New developments on
nighttime stream for the people, man. It's the nighttime stream for the people, man. Nighttime stream for the people. I did something. I don't know what I did. Um, yeah. Let me go ahead and drop the link, man. I ain't gonna belabor it, man. Drop the link, man. If you want to come up, man, you welcome to come up and join the show, man. If you want to come up and let's it's been an eventful day in the stand, man. We need to it's been an eventful day in the stand, man. We should be a lot. No, not even in the stand. It's been an eventful day all over, man. We got Denver on the board. Denver's wild out right now. Denver, Aurora.
new developments on that large group of people detained after police say a couple was tortured in Aurora.
And ICE now confirms that most of them are suspected of being connected to the infamous Tren de Aragua gang. Fox 31's Vicente Arenas is live from the ICE detention center facilities in Aurora, where the suspects are being held tonight. Vicente.
Ty, that's exactly right. ICE telling us that 16 of those people are being held at their detention facilities here after being taken into custody at that Edge at Lowry apartment complex yesterday. The 16 people being held at these facilities were taken into custody as part of what ICE calls an enforcement operation yesterday. They were detained after a man and a woman said they had been held against their will, pistol whipped, and one of them had been stabbed. ICE now confirming the people they've detained are Venezuelan nationals in the United States illegally. The agency says it also believes the group has ties to TDA. Determining whether someone is a real TDA gang member can be difficult, says former DEA Venezuela attaché Wesley Tabor.
You don't have tattoos. You don't have certain clothing. Now, some of the members may have tattoos of novelty, but as a whole in the organization, they don't do that. You need deep and concentrated intelligence into what and who these people are.
Today, APD.
What if we just get rid of all of them, man? What if we just kick all those motherfuckers out? If we kick all of them out, we're sure to get the gang members. Fuck all this shit, man. America plays too many games, man. What are you talking about?
You don't have certain clothing. Now, some of the members may have tattoos of novelty, but as a whole in the organization, they don't do that. You need deep and concentrated intelligence into what and who these people are.
Today, APD said a total of 19 people have been detained after the incident at the complex. The status of the remaining 3 people is not clear. APD said no arrests have been made so far. A big concern now for an estimated 200 people still living at the complex is where they will go next.
What we really need is we need relocation support. Right now, just because of where they've been, they are a target for hostility. You have a lot of families, hard workers, people in need of finding safe and dignified housing.
House Keys Action Network Denver says some of those people were taken into custody yesterday for no reason at all. Meantime, back here at this ICE detention facility, we're being told that group of 16 will stay here until they have a removal hearing or go before an immigration judge. Reporting live at the ICE detention facility, Aurora, Vicente Arenas.
Just get rid of all those motherfuckers, man. All this bullshit, man.
Yeah, that Glider Queen is right. You know, some relocation to Venezuela, right?
Yeah, relocate them to Venezuela, man. Send everybody. Just do a big sweeping. Get them in their sleep.
I mean, it's not like we don't have an abundance of fucking shitheads committing violent crime here as it is, right?
Yeah, y'all are we don't know y'all though. Like we know the Sun Man. We know him.
Send him back.
Y'all are like even y'all the devil we don't know.
No, send him back 100%. I'm not arguing against that. What I'm saying is, it's like a cup that's full, right? There's no more room for any more water on that cup. It's gonna overflow with these shitheads.
Yeah.
And you know how some people are. Like you said it a long time ago, Aki, and you were dead on. When they got to Chicago, you said, quote, you can't give other people free shit in front of the sunwards. They're gonna get jealous, right? They might get jealous from this crime shit. You feel me? Like, hey, man, we the ones that are gonna destroy people's lives around here, boy.
Exactly. You giving away free stuff. What's wrong with y'all, man? So let's see what else is going on.
Said and done. Look, you said that shit before everything occurred after. You know what occurred after that was literally what you said. You see all these some people at the city council meetings angry, mad, talking shit about all the free shit they were getting. And they're not wrong to. They are not wrong to be pissed. But you were dead on with it.
It's still unbecoming to be like in public whining about something somebody else got. But those people being illegal makes it not,
You know what always fucked me up about it though, like hearing them complain, in public, like how you said, was they would be for all the bullshit policies if it wasn't for the illegals. If that, because if they were like when they say, feed the like house the homeless, some folks would have been all for it because they're talking about some people, chief. Or they could say free shit for the needy, and they would be all for it because it's for the some people, chief. Right?
Yeah,
But since
it's
the immigrants
entirely
are here,
racial.
but since the immigrants are here, it's kind of like this bullshit policy that our son may try to pass. That was called "Bring Chicago Home," right? If it wasn't for the immigrants, some people would have been all for it. But they were arguing. He's trying to give houses to the immigrants. But if it wasn't for these illegals, do you feel what I'm trying to say, Chief? And,
Yeah,
and
I
it just
got you.
annoys the fuck out of me when I hear him complaining because I know they would have been all for this free shit if it wasn't for these fucking beaners.
Yeah, it's entirely racial. Everything in the Sun community is entirely through the lens of race and nothing else. Even if it doesn't make sense, they will protect the race allegedly, even when it doesn't make sense.
Facts.
It's been about 24 hours now since we learned a significant figure in modern DC history died.
Yeah, but he wasn't a politician and he wasn't a sports star. Rayful Edmonds was a notorious drug kingpin.
He thrived during the crack cocaine epidemic of the 1980s, which spiked the city's murder rate so high, DC became known as the murder capital of the nation. Edmonds spent 35 years in prison. He was released 4 months ago to a halfway house in Miami. At the time of his release, News 4's Paul Wagner brought us this report on Edmonds' impact on DC.
The release from prison came as a bit of a surprise. Edmund is now out in part because in the 90s, he cooperated with the government after the FBI learned he was making large drug deals with the Columbia cartel from his federal prison cell in Pennsylvania. In 1994, he flipped and became a snitch. Court records show for the next 20 years, Edmund provided information to the feds that led to the convictions of at least 100 people. Here in D.C. during the late 80s, he ran his cocaine operation from a house in Northeast where a young police...
This is M Street. I think this is M Street. Looks like M Street.
What is Northeast, where a young police recruit...
It's around the corner from Orleans. His block he made famous was Orleans. And Morton, Orleans. And
is it Blackish or...
Oh, no, it's middle-class families. It should be. Middle class, working class families, but it's a rough neighborhood. This should not be the projects. This is not the projects, but it's just so black people live there, man.
From a house in Northeast, where a young police recruit successfully infiltrated the gang. In 2019, News 4's Jackie Benson spoke with the undercover officer, now retired.
I was in there for like 3 days and got asked, did I want to do undercover work?
The undercover was known to the gang as Jimmy, who remembers cocaine shipments being delivered by the truckload.
And a guy sitting on the back with a Uzi, with 2 Uzis.
At one point, Edmund became close with some of Georgetown University's top basketball players, and Coach John Thompson met with Edmund and asked him to leave his players alone.
Rayful respected that because Rayful was a big basketball fan.
The crack epidemic had the district in a vice.
Nowadays, you couldn't have no story like this, man. Where a drug dealer was, close with a lot of basketball players, and Georgetown was probably the top 5 teams in the country back then. Like they were one of the biggest programs. That story would rock the internet right now. Not saying it would be a long story, but that would just be a huge story now. That was pretty much just a local story in those days, because the coach handled it well. The coach, he's from DC. He's from a rough neighborhood in DC too, John Thompson, and he from the streets and whatnot. He, he knows how to handle himself. So, he was able to just be like, leave my players alone and whatnot. But that's That's how crazy DC was back then.
2 Uzis.
At one point, Edmond became close with some of Georgetown University's top basketball players, and Coach John Thompson met with Edmond and asked him to leave his players alone.
Rayful respected that because Rayful was a big basketball fan.
The crack epidemic had the district in a vice grip for years, with countless murders linked to it. In the district, Paul Wagner, News 4.
Now, the News 4 I-Team's Tracy Wilkins joins us in studio here now. Tracy, you grew up here in Washington, D.C. So for people who are more recent transplants to this area or even younger people, can you sort of break down the impact that Rayful Edmond had on our area even more?
Well, so according to prosecutors, he was operating some 60% of the crack cocaine that was moving throughout the District of Columbia. That is a large amount of drugs coming into this small city, right? And he had, at the time of his arrest, one of the most profitable drug operations in the nation, right? So what that looked like here was, I was raised in Prince George's County. My maternal grandmother lived in Northeast DC, 42nd and Benning Road, just a couple of blocks up from Minnesota Avenue and near the shrimp boat. And I remember growing up and feeling just a feeling of safety in that community, being able to play and you know, do whatever there. And I also remember the change in 86, 87, 88, when the community just was different. Apartment complexes where working people lived became crack houses, you know, and the feeling of the community shifted. And I think that that happened throughout the district and a lot of places where Black people lived in DC, that there was just this, it felt like living in a war zone, and all of the murders and all of the shooting and all of the things that were happening. And so it was a very difficult time. And I think that if you talk to these folks who have survived, because Edmond didn't do this alone. He had a network of dealers who he operated with, and there were a lot of people who were making money off of that operation. They lost, in addition to, for those who survived, a lot of time, right? Because of the war on drugs and these extended years that people spent in prison, and how that's impacted this generation, in addition to the addiction, the people who died, the people who were incarcerated. So many kids and grandkids have been left without loved ones. So that is the legacy, right? And Edmond apologized for the decisions he made when he was, you know, in his early 20s. He went to prison like 22.
Yeah, well, you talk about his age. I want to bring up, in this morning's news meeting, you were talking about America's fascination with sort of, you know, gangsters, and the impact that he had on the area, as you mentioned. I mean, he died at the age of about 60, and the impact that he had in such a short amount of time in his youth in the city.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we glorify crime and the underworld, but we tend to do that, right? That's just an American thing, right? But in this instance, we are living in the after effects of how all of these decisions that these young men made have impacted the city. A lot of them who are now trying to atone for what they did then, and you know, and if they had a second chance, would have made a different decision. There was an insane amount of money to be made, and a lot of people who wanted a part in that, and we are still dealing with the repercussions. So for people who weren't here to see DC before Edmond, DC after Edmond, it's two different cities in a lot of ways. And there was always hard drugs. We always had heroin. There was always a market. This was just much more controlled and much more organized than we'd seen before.
You know, it's reach being named the drug capital of the U.S. I mean, I didn't grow up here, but we heard about it in Indiana, and it was like, I don't know if we want to go to Washington, D.C. It's a scary place. So, I mean, when you think about even that,
the reach,
you know, the reach.
Yeah.
So,
but folks are working to turn that around, and again, including a lot of the folks who worked with him.
Violence interrupters. They coming home and becoming violence interrupters.
Did they say how he died? I might have missed it.
They saying he had a heart attack, but it's very suspicious.
Notorious DC drug kingpin Rayful Edmond III has died. We last reported he was moved to a halfway house back in August. 7 News' Liana Golden joins me now with this breaking update. And Liana, you spoke to our longtime former DC Bureau Chief Sam Ford, who covered him extensively over the years.
Yeah, John, you'll remember that Edmond was convicted in the 90s for distributing crack cocaine in DC during the 80s. He was moved from prison only 5 months ago, ahead of his 2025 release date. Let's listen in to what Sam Ford told me tonight.
he was the kingpin here in D.C., supposedly, and I understand probably a bigger drug dealer in prison than he was here on the streets of the nation's capital.
Sam, what do you remember most about covering him?
Well, one of the things that was interesting, it was a huge trial, okay? And basically, they locked up his entire family, his mother, his aunt, his sisters, her sister's husbands, you know, and a number of people that were supposedly a part of his organization. A lot of people. So there was a crowd of people when you would go to the courtroom. There was bulletproof glass separating spectators from the participants in the court, which was, you know, kind of unnerving perhaps for a jury. You'd certainly think, oh, we must be in danger. Some complained about that. But, you know, that's what the federal court wanted to do.
Yeah, interesting to hear Sam reliving those moments for us. While the cause of Edmonds' death was initially unknown, many are saying it was a heart attack. Sam's memories of his coverage really imprinted on his time here at 7 News.
And one of the things that always stayed with me, after he'd been convicted, his last day, they're taking him away, and you know he's going to be gone for a long time. And he looks at the camera, and you can read his lips. He says, "I'll be back." And well, he was back for a while, but not a long while. And, you know, as I said, in some ways, having covered him and watched him, I feel sad.
And that sadness stemming from Edmonds' 5 short months out of prison, Sam says.
Man, let's see what else is going on, and we may get back to that. Let's see what else is going on.
Now to a story you will only see on News 4. Investigators are looking for leads in the gruesome death of a D.C. housing advocate. A warning, though, the details are graphic.
Yeah, her name is Chandra Brown. Back in October, the 44-year-old's body was found encased in concrete inside a refrigerator.
Jesus Christ. Encased in concrete inside of a refrigerator.
Man, they acting like that bitch was a zombie or something. What the hell's going on?
Yikes.
In a Northeast D.C. apartment building. Now Brown's loved ones are remembering her as a talented writer and poet. News 4's Jackie Benson spoke exclusively with her heartbroken mother.
That's my baby. My baby's gone.
Sheila Brown is overwhelmed by emotion as she talks about her daughter, Chandra.
She was the kid that made me the mother that I am.
She describes her daughter as a spark of light who, as a young child, showed a talent for writing and poetry, which became a lifelong passion.
There's books of her work that is all around the United States that we don't have access to. That brilliant writing.
Chandra Brown graduated from Dunbar High School in the district, trained as a nurse assistant, and had 3 children. But things began to get difficult for her. Graduated from Dunbar High School in the...
Yeah, she looked kind of like she lost a lot of weight and her teeth kind of started looking crooked as she got older. Maybe she was involved in something, kind of drugs or the fast life.
Brilliant writing.
Chandra Brown graduated from Dunbar High School in the district, trained as a nurse assistant, and had 3 children. But things began to get difficult for her, and within a few years, her children went to live with family in North Carolina, and Chandra began living unhoused in the district.
Part of where she ended up where she was she always wanted to help the homeless people. She felt there was something that drew her to them.
Or maybe she was just a street person. I don't know. Maybe she was involved in the streets, you know. Petty prostitution, drugs, using, just living the street life. I don't know.
She felt there was something that drew her to them. I'm not sure what turned in her life.
Sheila believes it was her daughter's compassion that led to a moment in 2021 captured by TV cameras and memorialized in a tweet. At the dedication of a new park in Franklin Square downtown, where there had formerly been a homeless encampment, Chandra stood up and gave the middle finger to D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. In an interview that day with the Street Sense publication, Brown expressed frustration with the mayor's administration. Chandra Brown's path to 4300 Brook Street Northeast, where her body was found October 18th, is not clear. Neighbors tell News 4 the refrigerator that held her remains, which were encased in concrete, came from a 3rd-floor apartment in the mostly empty building. Workers found the refrigerator in a dumpster being used to hold construction debris. Sheila Brown, who lives in North Carolina, says she and Chandra spoke by phone regularly until May of 2023. Then nothing. The exact cause of Brown's death has yet to be determined by the D.C. medical examiner. Jackie Benson, News 4.
CBS News Chicago is investigating how this could happen. A prestigious cheerleading team from Kankakee sleeping on the floor of a school. They got here after a charter bus company took their money and didn't show up to drive them to a championship tournament in Florida.
They turned to our Dorothy Tucker for help, and she discovered troubling details that left these girls stranded.
The Kankakee elite cheer team is great with the moves, but they found themselves moving nowhere despite having this signed contract with a Dalton-based bus company. They paid more than $10,000 by check, Zelle, and cash.
These cheerleaders did a lot of sponsorship, a lot of donations, a lot of fundraising to get to this point. This is not a cheap trip.
Samuel Bus Service was supposed to take these girls to Tampa, Florida, where they hope to cheer their way to victory at a big tournament on Saturday.
Cheering really makes me happy. It keeps me active.
Instead, they wound up sleeping on the floor of this Kankakee middle school when the owner of the bus company claimed the driver had a serious illness.
It was very cold and it was just not fair. And just having to sleep in a school was very, very uncomfortable. And I just couldn't sleep.
Then the excuse involved a broken airline on the bus, a promise of another bus. Oh, and Samuel's other driver supposedly passed away from a major heart attack.
We got scammed. That he took these parents and these cheerleaders' hard-working money.
Samuel Parks even provided phone numbers for that replacement bus that were disconnected. The team begged with Parks via text to help, but he never answered.
I called over 100 times from my number. Another number, our treasurer called over 50, 60 times. Had another person call. He never reached back to us.
But we found Samuel Parks with the same phone number and also based in Dalton is no longer authorized by the U.S. Department of Transportation. His business license in the state of Illinois also no good as of 2023.
I'm very upset right now, very hurt.
Which brings us back to these girls who waited all night for their bus that never showed.
I'm excited about showcasing my talent.
And then the adults jumped into action. They found another bus company to take the girls to Tampa. But the team has to come up with $13,000 in just a few days. So they launched this GoFundMe page. Stranded cheerleaders need your support. They boarded a bus that actually showed up ready for their 17-hour journey. They're hoping to come home champions.
This is about these young women that worked very hard to get to where they're at.
And I really hope we get first place.
And we'll be sure to follow up and let you know how these cheerleaders do down in Florida. The team also plans to report the bus fiasco to authorities. In the newsroom, Dorothy Tucker, CBS News Chicago investigators.
We've learned the bus company lost its Department of Transportation right to operate back in January of this year after its insurance policy was canceled by the insurer. We tried to reach Samuel Parks multiple times, but he ignored our calls as well.
He said that he was the new owner.
It upsets me just to even talk about it. I feel so violated.
The issue is out of control.
You can't walk up and say, I like that house. I'm going to just take it.
It is bizarre.
She can't sign a deed 3 months after she's died.
People have been getting away with it, and we must stop it. And I'm so happy that we are about to do just that. Thanks to you.
Welcome to Misdeeds, an Atlanta News First investigation. The deed to a home is the official ownership paperwork. It outlines the name of the owner, the date in which they began owning, and the physical details of the property. That document is legitimized once it's filed in the county clerk's office. But Atlanta News First Investigates uncovered a legal loophole in Georgia law. No one has to prove they own the very property they're filing paperwork on, making way for deed theft and other massive property fraud.
I only owed them a few dollars.
Nothing brings light to this Ellenwood home quite like Eric Clark.
Paperwork back and forward.
He's been the owner of the DeKalb County property for
for 20 years.
Okay.
Until now.
He said that he was the new owner.
Littered on the table, documents detailed the dilemma. July 2022, a real estate agent left a letter on Eric's front door stating this property has been foreclosed and purchased by Ace Homes LLC. Call to discuss. Records appear to show he took out a second mortgage loan on the home. He never made payments, forcing it to default, leading to the foreclosure. But Eric never paid it because he says it was not him, claiming the second mortgage loan has his signature forged.
I've never had a second mortgage, just the bottom line. And I'm no fool, I know right from wrong.
Eric filed multiple DeKalb County police reports alleging this is fraud. The 56-year-old described to police, quote, fake documents to steal his house, citing the realtor Mehboob Omar wrongfully has the deed to his home.
Well, I've been stressed out. I had to speak to a psychiatrist. I was just lost in the shuffle.
Right now in DeKalb State Court, he's in a legal fight. It's not his only battle.
When your mask on.
Kidney failure. Due to a bad bout of COVID, Eric requires dialysis 3 times a week.
But I mean, it beats dying, so anything beats dying.
A DeKalb County judge issued this in the sick father's case. Claim of wrongful foreclosure is not a defense to dispossessory proceeding, meaning even if Eric believes there was fraud, if he does not pay the rent to the new homeowner, they have the right to evict him while he's fighting a civil case. The retiree is not alone.
My house literally was stolen.
Fair housing advocate John Fisher told Atlanta City Council in a September 5th meeting he's uncertain how, but someone wrongfully obtained the deed to his home too, saying there are hundreds of similar but unrelated cases, all a part of a pattern.
The issue is out of control.
Across the metro.
They're creating documents that do not exist in the form of a foreclosure deed or a power of the deed in the process without any proof.
Do you feel helpful in those kind of situations?
We really do.
Douglas County Clerk of Superior at State Court, Annetta Danley Stembridge.
Our hands are really tied.
Under current Georgia law, clerks like Stembridge cannot require IDs from people when they come into the clerk's office to file deeds, liens, or any other type of property paperwork.
We cannot question what people file.
So it's the honor system. Simply put, anyone can file documents on your home as long as the paper appears to be legitimate and filled out.
We have
honor system, aka high trust collider society.
Only to learn their home is no longer there.
It is a hard control because, and just to see, the looks on their faces, and like that's that whole family's inheritance, going down the drain.
It's why some Georgia clerks want state law to change, require identification to file any property paperwork. The effects are hard for the once homeowners turned tenants, like Eric Clark, who must now pay $2,409 in rent or leave his 20-year residence.
It's painful and it's embarrassing more than anything to go out here to be my age and have to try to start over.
Now he's fucking falling asleep on us all day. Because he got that new chair.
Ace Homes LLC, the new owner of Eric's house, says other than directing us to the judge's verdict, they have no comment. As for allegations of property fraud, DeKalb Police is investigating. Meanwhile, Eric Clark is still fighting his civil case.
I'm glad I got on now.
It's a misdeed homeowners say police overlook. Houses stolen right from under Metro Atlanta families. It's all part of a troubling trend of deed fraud in Georgia. Fraudulent deeds are often filed in the clerk's office because proof of ID is not required. If it happens to your house, it's important to file a police report to have a record of the allegations. However, this type of crime often goes without criminal charges, even in the seemingly most simple cases.
I can't remember.
He said it was a crazy
I wonder
story.
If that's that expensive.
There's no way this could be.
The police
needs a stand-up desk.
An alleged property crime so absurd,
You gotta have him doing the
if
show
not for
standing
Brenda
up.
Booth's
If he had a stand-up
She's
desk, we'd
mourning
see him
her
bob
last
him
sibling,
swaying, and then
sister
he just fall
Claudia
backwards
Marie.
into the
I'm
wall.
an orphan. I feel abandoned.
That'd be a sad
It
thing
was really, really
to see.
hard.
Man, man.
First thing I'm thinking is that Ark had a heart attack
Oh no, he
on
back,
live.
yo. Yo, he
I'm
back.
sitting here listening to. Go ahead. I'm listening to
CBS News Chicago is investigating.
Now you
No, I'm
was
listening to the story. I was listening to the story, man.
you a damn
You a whole lie.
I was listening to the story. I was enjoying it, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You hear that we were talking about?
Y'all didn't comment, so I just let it play.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We
All
were
right.
talking
So
about your
how much
stand-up.
rent were they charging that man?
Rent? Oh man, a lot.
Yo, that chair is everything, huh? Comfortable as fuck.
I'm telling you, man.
You're gonna have to throw that chair on the curb tomorrow morning.
Remember the old chair you had, Chief? You ain't never fall asleep on that one.
Yeah,
Fisherman says you need a stand-up desk.
We need to get you a stand-up desk.
Yeah, I need a buzzer like to shock me when I fall asleep and shit. Yeah, man.
Or one of those super chats that like announces it, the loud ones.
Yeah, something like that, man. I need something. I was straight up.
You was out cold.
Yeah, something like that. Let's see what this going on right here.
Every day. This
Oh,
every day.
shit.
Here is the varsity roster.
There are 65 students on South Oak Cliff's football roster. But let me introduce you to a group of 8.
Everything right here is clean.
You might not know.
And it goes something like Goon Squad.
And this squad, well, they carry one of the most important jobs on the team.
Like we have washed the clothes, we set up the practice stuff.
They're the team managers. Eric Morgan and Kingston Randall are 2 of the seniors.
We do our schoolwork first, then we go downstairs to help our coach Todd.
They are FLS, or Functional Living Skills students. They're taught life skills, like how to catch a bus to even cooking and cleaning.
How many times do we
taught
see
by
this
Coach
story?
Dominic Spencer.
How many times do we see this story though? Like,
what?
That's the only demographic that needs like, all these services. Which reminds me, man, I wanted to tell you earlier, those Ag Nation TV videos you've been doing, you've been killing them, man. That's like vintage Ag right there, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a very insightful motherfucker, bro.
Man,
You talking about the small back ones I've been doing? What you talking about?
No. Like the all the Caitlyn ones you've been doing recently.
Yeah.
Man.
Salute.
Hey, you know what I just listened to? I just listened to your thoughts on the whole Travis Hunter and his little thought girlfriend. I'm like, I'm so glad you brought up the Jonathan Owens thing, man, because bruh, like, just having to sit back and relive that shit. It's like polar op. There's just no comparison. Yet the outcome for the vitriol that the women had is just insane.
Well, it's getting there. But I mean, I think that also, and I may do a live on that tomorrow during the day on the sports stuff. But Jonathan Owens is a black dude, and this girl actually, you do know that girl is black.
I didn't realize
her
that.
mom is black. Yeah, her mom is black. I didn't know that. She looked like a Latino.
Travis Hunter's girl.
Yeah, I thought she was one of you.
She's mixed. She's Mexican, Filipina,
okay.
and some other shit.
Yeah. I think her daddy is like Mexican Filipino.
But you don't think it's weird like how everybody's like jumping on his relationship though? I think it's kind of weird because they don't know what's going on with him.
It's weird, but it's not surprising, like I said, because of what happened last year.
Look,
when you put your stuff out there, like when you put your relationship out there, you could think I think they thought it was gonna be cute and wholesome. But the black section of YouTube is so toxic.
But the thing about him though, Ike, is look, I don't know, she could be a great girl or not, right? Either way, and this is gonna be hard for him to do, but he should get a prenup. But that's gonna be very hard.
Man, she ain't gonna allow that.
Well, then she
has her own rules. I mean,
prenups can be thrown out.
Yeah, they can.
If a girl can make the argument that she was under duress when she had to sign the prenup, then the judge will make it null.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I heard.
here's the thing about that. Like he's a really good guy, and I don't think she's necessarily a bad person. I think that she's just got him by the kahunas. Like I saw something online the other day, man. That kind of like talked about this. I wanted to share it, but I didn't really have the moment to share it. But there's a lot of what's going on with them two is giving like a lot of men PTSD. So it's like
What do you mean?
Hey,
the things she said in her the things
Oh, a
she
party?
said. Well,
it's the things that she said. It is there?
yeah,
There's this demanding spirit that she carries on herself. Where, oh man, I guarantee she walks around with Travis Hunter saying, "You have to prioritize your life around me."
I mean, but that's typical female shit, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's typical
a lot of
female, but
females. I mean,
yeah, but we're not talking about some dude. We're talking about soon to be
for,
NFL football player.
well, but he's still some dude, though. Yeah, I get that he's about to get paid and all that good shit, but he's still a dude, right? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
but that doesn't really go with the norm.
he's a dude that's probably gonna end up cheating, bro. Let's be honest. I mean, he's a dude. He's gonna be around all this fucking shit going
Uh,
on. Just typical shit, I think. I
yeah,
don't know. I'm
he's
just
gonna end up
confused.
cheating.
I'm just confused by all like the attention that they're giving
Yo,
their
yo,
relationship.
yo, Wicked, I feel the
Oh,
same
I'm
way,
not
bro.
confused. I'm not
It's
confused because I'm kind of surprised that people kind of picked up, caught on to certain things like as quickly as they did. But I mean, I'm not sitting here looking up their whatever the fuck they're on TikTok or whatever.
Well,
I just see it on
I
the
mean,
internet.
you're hearing all these people on online, like I think Shannon Sharp talked about it. Tatum talked about it. I think I've seen
Well, it's
Skip,
getting views too. You got to also understand too,
yeah, no doubt.
like it
okay.
Right, true,
YouTube
true,
feeds itself. So like
true.
it becomes toxic. It gets views.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
true.
starts making videos about it. They
But
get more
right,
views when they make videos about it, so they
but
make more videos about it.
their
Eh,
approach
And then
on
they
it,
dig, and then they dig deeper into it to try to find more
right?
content about it. And then
Mm,
they get to the point where they start like demonizing her
right.
past the point of what she really did because their fans or their viewers pick a side. So like if you got a channel and you like Travis, he's a good guy, but your fans are like, yo, he's a simp. You got to give them Travis is a simp content. Or if they say the girl is the devil and she's leading Travis astray, you got to give them that type of content. And what happens is it gets views and people
Yeah,
start
that makes
watching it.
sense.
I
yeah, but
think
we're
though that thank God for her that this might be dying down a little bit. It might not go as hard as Simone Biles' husband situation last year, but we'll see. It could pick back up. Let me just share this with y'all. These are 8 lies that women tell. 8 lies that women tell. Okay, so I want a nice guy. Women always follow the herd. She doesn't want to look weird in front of anyone. So she follows and says what everyone says. But her deep and darkest fantasies don't involve a soft guy and a mama's boy. Trust me, she doesn't want a nice guy in her bed. So that's one lie they say. Then you have another lie that they like to say, which is I want a guy who can open up. Never follow this advice. No matter how hard women try to say this, They always will be resistant to a guy who's sensitive. If you are sensitive to your woman, it's almost equivalent of cucking yourself. Never wear your heart on your sleeve. So there's you have that. And all these are things that Travis doesn't know. He doesn't know these things because he's a very young man. And this one says, women say, I hate arrogant and dominant guys. That's another lie they say. It says, you are a complete idiot if you fall for this. Women are subtle in communication. They would never agree openly they like bad boys because it's politically incorrect. Girls try to appear moralistic. Look around you. You'll get your answer. So I think Travis is a guy who probably doesn't know any of this. And a lot of young guys don't know any of this stuff.
But what makes him different though? Because I heard you say in that video that he was someone that you could look up to or
I mean,
something.
I just think his character as a person makes him different. I don't think he's, your typical son man as far as wanting to screw everything and wanting to be. I think he wants to be a good man. I think he desires to be a good person. I think he wants that, and he chases that. Like if you listen, this is the video that really got everything started. And
Yeah, if you're live streaming and matching PJs, you are.
Yes,
you are,
that's good look.
You're a good
stick
guy.
a fork in you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's pretty much.
I mean, I've made those mistakes too. It's just being young.
It's gonna be an expensive mistake though. It's gonna be a very expensive mistake.
Yeah, I didn't have millions of dollars on the line, but same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, this girl right here, she doesn't have to be necessarily a bad person for everybody to be saying she's a bad person. Like, we don't know anything about her. Like the people online talking about her, they don't know anything about her because she's not like a famous person. They don't know anything about him either.
That's what I was getting at.
It's me, and I'm back, making videos with my girlfriend.
This is our first video.
And we are doing a Q&A, and we're building Halloween houses.
Even though y'all know I'm going because I'm a big dog.
And y'all can vote at the end.
Big dog? I'm big dog?
No.
Big
and
dog.
y'all can vote in who's the best.
It's going to be my, that first show.
Do you want to start first and then start asking questions?
Yeah, we can. Y'all know I'm the big dog. Been the big dog. Let's see the hell. Mine will look like that.
How did we meet? That's going to be the number one question everybody want to know.
Yeah. How did we meet? You want to tell the story?
No, because I'm gonna tell all the tea.
Spill all the tea.
He was a friend.
I was in the friend.
All right, now how did we meet, babe, for real?
What you mean, how did we meet?
How did we meet, for real?
I saw myself on Instagram and she dubbed me.
And I didn't dub. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then,
see, like right there, that first one right there, like he wasn't my type.
He's a nice guy. He's boring.
Yeah, and she's probably not physically attracted to him, but she may be physically attracted to him now because he's got a great body. He's a football player. Pause. But at that time when he probably DM'd her, she probably only saw just his face. You know what I mean? And he's probably like,
what's wrong with his face? Oh.
I don't think anything's wrong with his face.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
Javon thinking he's kind of cute in the face. Hold up.
No, but what I'm saying is like if he's a Heisman if he's a Heisman football player, his body to a girl is going to be a great body. But when you just play on Instagram, and girls look like next, like she probably rejected plenty of guys that day or
No,
that.
I know what you mean. No, I know what he mean. Obviously, when he get more money, pause. He's gonna look a little bit better because money makes you look a little bit better.
Tonight's show brought to you by P. Diddy.
I'm still trying to see what the problem is, bro.
I mean, people tell me that I kind of look like Travis Hunter.
Then that's a
You
problem.
probably look more like her, honestly.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yikes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, but look, all I'm saying is I just think it's for me, it's kind of off-putting to hear like Officer Tatum, Shannon Sharp, and them like I don't know. I think it's weird. But I get what they're saying.
What
The
did she
part that
do?
the part that
I
rubbed me, hey Nick Town, let me tell you, the part that really rubbed me the wrong way about her, I ain't gonna lie, it hits close to home to me because when I was in high school, my chick that pretty much I lost my virginity to, she was 4 years older than me.
And that's right there. That's
And,
why they're trying to give him game to help him out. I said it.
yeah,
That
but
right
he
there.
completely he completely rejects it, like outright, totally. He's
Wait. So
standing by his man.
who's trying to give him game? Shannon Sharp?
No. I think everybody, like Mace
But
and Cam,
Y'all don't,
but
they're sitting
right.
here.
But so you're gonna take advice from Mace? Are we
Well,
gonna take
no, you're not
advice
going to take
from
advice from anybody, but when you got
what's Dipset's
1,000
name?
people saying the same thing,
it
and
don't
someone
matter
said,
if it could be 10 million people. If you don't have to listen to none of y'all niggas.
"No, you
Right.
don't. You
So
don't
I'm
have to listen."
Not
But
you, but like
yeah,
fuck Shannon
yeah.
Sharp, respectfully.
Right.
Fuck
But
Officer Tatum, respectfully. You don't gotta give a fuck
Cameron.
about what them niggas think.
Right,
I wouldn't give a
Dipset.
shit
Who
about
gives
what
a
Brandon
fuck? You know what I
Tatum
mean?
thinks.
I just look. I think whether she's a good person or not is irrelevant to the fact that he should get a prenup. He has to get one. If he doesn't, and I don't think he is, he's a fuck up. He's gonna
He
get
just
Well,
ratchet.
shouldn't get married.
he shouldn't get married.
That's true
So I,
too.
There's no reason to get married.
Look,
Yeah,
just
that's
make her a
true.
single mom and keep it pushing, bro. Respectfully.
Man, yeah. I mean, look, why
Or I
not?
mean,
Fuck
you
it.
can stay with her if you just feel that way. You can stay with her. You don't have to get married to her though. And you have to
But then,
understand the laws in your state. So like if they live together for a certain amount of period, some states recognize that as common law marriage. So
Yeah.
she does have access
like
to
I think like
stuff.
10
Well,
years.
she's adamant about getting married in Tennessee, and I looked up Tennessee laws and I couldn't find anything.
Her
Trying to
money.
figure out why.
But it's a
I,
conservative state, so it's probably very pro female.
hey,
Okay.
play what she said about her rules, the rules that
Yeah,
that
hold on.
she had.
Let me just go ahead.
And I named Duff. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months.
I left him in my
2
DMs for
months.
like 2. That's such a crude way of saying it. She could have been more careful or gentle saying that.
Oh, keep
Like,
bragging.
Right.
Keep bragging.
no, I'm just saying like, well, I didn't respond to him. I left him in my DMs for like 2 months. It seems like in a way that she's trying to put herself above him. Like not necessarily like in like a sinister way, but in a way girls do. Like, I just left him in my DMs for 2 months. Like, bitch, he's the Heisman Trophy winner and you're some rando. Like, what are you talking about here?
Yeah, man.
But she I can understand her not being all that careful because she's comfortable. Like, she's comfortable now. Like, they've been
Yeah,
together.
I mean, like the man sets the tone, and this is the
Right.
dynamic that he has let happen.
She gonna bag her an NBA guy next, Alex.
Hey, you heard about how she liked what's this dude's name from Minnesota? Anthony
I didn't
Edwards.
look into that. Yeah, I didn't look into that. I heard something about that, but is that true?
Deleted.
Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of people saying a lot of stuff about her. And
right. I mean, hey, it's like once the microscope.
And then finally,
is on,
I answered him, but I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could.
Like, yo, she is wicked. Like, listen to this.
Let's see the number.
Forget.
Mine don't look like that.
How did we meet? That's gonna be the number one question everybody want to know.
Yeah. How did we meet? You want to tell the story?
No, because I'm gonna tell all the tea.
Spill all the tea.
He was a friend.
I was in the friend
All right,
zone.
now how did we meet, babe, for real?
What you mean, how did we meet?
How did we meet, for real?
I saw myself on Instagram and she dubbed me.
And I didn't dub. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long time,
like another 2 months, and then.
And listen, like this could have been taken the exact opposite way. Like, oh, it's cute. Oh my God, what a cute story of how you guys met. The only problem is that he's a brother, and Black YouTube is very, very, very is in the midst of a gender war, right? So she I guarantee you, if she came along in another space and time or another group, this could have been seen as just cute, adorable, an adorable.
Yeah, but I think that's a bad thing. Like, I get what you're saying, but that to me, like other groups of men, like if this was a white dude or any other dude and they are cool with that, that is a problem.
Yeah.
So tell me this.
Black men having a problem with this, I think, is a positive.
So tell me this: what is your issue with this? Well, she's just
it just shows she doesn't respect him. She doesn't respect his time. She doesn't respect his attention. Like this is what leads to divorce.
She's like, oh yeah, no, he's my partner. It's like that's just when you're on that my partner type shit. That's no, that means there's no hierarchy.
So
yeah, she needs to think he's the shit, and she needs to think that way until she dies.
So tell me this. As far as like, okay, him being like a really great guy, Christian, and all this stuff, could he want to be the chivalrous knight who chased his woman? Could that be like the trope that he wants?
I mean, in his mind, he probably thinks that's the right thing to do, but it's wrong.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of like how he may like being in that role of the guy who, because look, think about it. He was the number one recruit coming out of college. He could have went anywhere. Alabama, Georgia. He chose Jackson State, HBCU. He may like to get it out the mud. You know what I mean? That may be a quality that he,
I think that's a flaw, and I think he needs a mentor to help him work through that. And he's really gonna not like it when she takes his shit.
So what about this? Can this possibly go right? Like, could she not like be an evil person and turn on? Could he be this nice, great guy, and she just be his wife, his girlfriend, and his wife?
I don't think she has that in her.
I don't know if she does either.
I think that's very possible.
Yeah, I do
you
too.
think
I
it's
think
possible that she
yeah.
Bro, people like this get together all the time.
Right,
Literally
exactly.
all the time.
Exactly. That's where I'm at.
And I think these dudes end up miserable. Like there's people in my family that are in relationships like this that have been together a long time, and the dude is miserable.
I mean, that's just life, Fish.
You're right. That's just now. Like if you ask me, would I want to be the guy that's chasing the woman? No, but I'm not gonna act like the guy that chases the woman doesn't ever get the woman, and is able to maintain a stable relationship with her. Where does the happy wife, happy life stuff come from? Where does the yes dear guy? Those guys are in relationships. Those guys are able to
But
maintain
but if
relationships.
you said you don't want to be in it, you obviously see something wrong with it.
I mean, that's just me. I'm one person. That's just my
But
perspective.
he could see what's wrong with it, but it
But
just
I
is what
think
it
there's
is.
the truth, and then there's everything else.
So what's the alternative to that, Fish? Be lonely forever?
No, you think Travis Hunter couldn't get a girl that appreciates him? A girl that doesn't get on live stream in front of millions of people and talk about how, oh, I left him on red. Oh, I don't really
Yeah,
give a
yeah.
fuck.
Look,
There's plenty of
you know,
women like that. There's
you know what?
plenty of women that are looking for a husband that they can like literally worship, not worship, but be
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
got my husband, y'all. I'm gonna do everything I can to make.
I mean,
Yeah,
you don't.
but
He could have found one, but he wants her.
right, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think
My
he
thing is
doesn't know any better.
Okay.
like he this girl aside, man, it's just I think it is what it is, Chief. I mean, he can find a girl that like the richest man is with his girl miserable, all right, because she won't shut the fuck up, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, well, let me just read these super chats right quick. Boy Kachina, man, salute the boy Kachina, man. Uh, he says, for those about to we salute you. ACDC reference. Merry Christmas and the nation. Salute to you, boy Kachina. He says, what about the ABL episode today where Jeranism finds out the truth on a visit to the South Pole? FL SpaceX
What
launch
the
What?
fuck is that?
He talking about some
The
flat Earth.
flat
I
Earth
gotta
guy.
check that out.
Yeah, so
Give
there,
me
I can tell you about that.
Go ahead. Tell me.
So, it was a few of the big flat Earth guys. Some I don't know who paid for it, but they actually paid for them to go to Antarctica to see if there was a 24-hour sun visible, which would prove the round Earth model. And
Yeah.
they went down there and live streamed it, and it was a 24-hour sun. And so they are kind of spiraling and backpedaling, trying to figure out how to justify all their YouTube following.
The flat Earth shit.
The flat Earth
Oh
guys are trying
wow.
to figure out how to explain it away, but they're literally standing in Antarctica. It's like
Yeah.
him and some other of these flat Earth guys, and they're like, "Yep, sun still hasn't gone down yet."
So
He
what do you
says it's
think?
a psyop. It's
What do you
like a
think?
psyop.
So what do you think about that one, Ike? What are your
No,
thoughts
I
on
gotta
it?
watch this. I'm gonna watch this later on or tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch it. Oh, they sent Witsit down in too. Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like $35,000 a person to go down.
Oh yeah, I gotta definitely check that out. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Hit the like button. I'm definitely. I'm gonna watch that. I don't want to comment on it right now because I haven't seen it.
I'm
But
gonna hold you to that one, Chief.
I'm gonna
Yo,
definitely. Oh, I'm gonna definitely watch that. I watch journalism all the time.
I
I just
give
did.
that
I just have. Go ahead. Go ahead.
if that video is real, will you become a globalist?
Um,
Respectfully.
you know what? I still. My whole thing with flat Earth. Remember, I never said I knew everything. These guys
Yeah,
know
yeah.
everything. I just don't know everything. So I think that the globe, what they're telling us, is not real. I think that
You're puddle Earth.
yeah, I'm puddle Earth. I'm that we're just a puddle in the and something else could explain this. Like just like let me watch it and I'll get back to you guys.
But
But
why can't that be what they're saying though? Why can't it be
a
how they're
globe
describing it? Yeah, why can't it be that?
because I just think that is just so many things have to go right every second. And if one thing goes wrong in 1 second with that globe
Like
model, with everything spinning and rotating,
like the moon gravity
every,
pull.
anything goes wrong, it requires perfection in all mechanisms and parts 100% of the time.
So why does the moon and the sun look like round to us? You know what I mean? Even when there's like a half moon, a quarter moon, it looks round. You know what I mean?
You might not know what those things are like. We can't explain things. We like what is round? What is Like we don't know. Those are words that we use here. The moon and this everything up there could be operating on a different paradigm. You know what I'm saying? But let me finish this. Let me just see. Well, I gotta watch that. I'm gonna watch some of that tonight and then tomorrow.
And he was friend zone because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?" I was like, "Yes." I was not.
Like, listen, this right here is he doesn't seem to have a problem with this, and and listen,
he's comfortable.
Yeah, like and I don't think that makes him less of a man because this could be literally what happened, and he could feel like I won her over, and I'm Romeo, I'm Prince Charming, and that could be the story that he likes to tell.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. Yo, bro, like I said, I want to be Travis in this situation? No, not me personally, but I understand how stuff like
Yeah,
this happens, bro.
but he is Romeo. He is what you describe right now, technically speaking, right? He
A lot of
did enamor her.
guys start out talking to women like this.
Right.
They start
Exactly.
out as friends. The girl wasn't feeling them like that. They
Whole
take
time.
um he, I call it like the backdoor method, not like in a negative way, but it's like they work. It's not that instant spark and chemistry.
Right.
They work their way up to it. It happens all the time, bro. All the
And
time.
listen,
And those
I've done that
relationships can
plenty of
still be
times too.
successful.
I've done that plenty of times too. Like where like I tried to, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've done that plenty of times. And it doesn't matter. Like I thought I was a handsome guy when I was young, tall and handsome, but it doesn't. A
Well,
lot of times the girls, they might not be digging you because that's not what, like, looks ain't really what girls be looking for. Like facial feature, like you could think one guy's ugly and you could think you're handsome, and girls they more on other
the
things.
vibes. The
Yeah,
vibe.
they want the vibe. They want you to entertain them. They want it to be exciting.
It's been a few times, like you said, I thought I might. I'm not gonna, I thought I was the better guy, but she
Yeah,
chose that nigga. He had the vibe.
exactly.
He had the appropriate vibe for her, and that's fine, bro. Respectful.
And a lot of times it's not even just the vibe. It's like his he may be, not calling. He may be calling too much. He may not be calling at all. Um he may
Javon was
be
given mediocre booty head.
Yeah. What the? What the hell?
Yeah, your booty. You got to step your booty head game up,
Your
man.
booty head game weak. You got to
Yeah,
go to more Diddy
After
parties
I
and
finally answered
practice.
him on Instagram, then we texted for like
A long ass.
a long
A
time,
long time.
like another 2 months. And then he was friend zone because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him. And then finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you."
yeah. It's like damn, like it is. It is. It's very. She's very like, um. She's not careful with her words. She's not showing like sensitivity with her words. That's what I think a lot of people
Yeah, it's
probably.
because she doesn't respect his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not being very sensitive. Like if he were to talk about her like this, and she were the famous person, and he was a guy, and
Yeah,
he was,
the problem.
no, oh my god,
It'd be a problem. Sure.
And the difference too would be that
Problem for
women
all
would be
men.
talking shit about him, uh, but the men would also talk shit about him. And the
yeah,
thing about it
exactly.
is, men will keep men in check. Women will not. Women will let men and women just do whatever.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, there's no way they could he could talk to her about them meeting like this, even if it was 1,000% true.
And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like we hung out the
Literally
next weekend.
Yeah.
No, that was during the week.
It was a Top Golf. That was our first day, Top Golf.
Yeah,
And then
I
our second.
was still in high school.
Yeah.
And I had school the next day.
The next day. Because we went on a Sunday, facts.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we went.
On Sunday?
And you had school on Monday. You had school the next
we
day.
did.
And then I had to drive him home. I think it was past his curfew.
I had no curfew.
I dropped him. Christian, we said like we were so close since the moment we met. Like we were
when
friends.
I got in the car, she was trying
that.
to fight me and all, but I ain't even meet her yet. How you gonna fight me and ain't even meet you yet?
But as soon as we like met in person, we just like instantly like chemistry.
Yeah.
And then we hung out, and then after the birthday,
because he was tall, he had broad shoulders, biceps, and all that shit, and she was physically attracted to him by seeing him in person.
party that was at Top Golf. Then we went to Waffle House after, and we talked.
Had a good conversation.
Yeah, and then we finally dropped him off at home. And mind you, he lived an hour from me, so it was far.
And he probably dressed well. Probably had like the swaggy tennis shoes and the jeans and the sweatpants they all wear.
He had
all that.
Yeah, he had some drip.
Yeah, his drip game was because that's way more important than being handsome.
Hey.
But yeah, that was. I used to hate
Put
doing
that shit on.
Yeah. And then we just seen each other every single weekend after that, and then he just moved in with me.
After a while.
And then of course when he hit, like he plays both ways. He doesn't take a play off. He's in great shape, so he probably knocked his socks off. You know what I'm saying? He probably knocked it. Listen, man. Listen. Let me tell you something, man. Making a girl's leg shake, like making their leg kick, like if you make them come, it's almost like a high that they chase forever. Like I think we take for granted that like, oh, a girl comes every time they have sex, and that's not true. They don't. They're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like even us, like say we don't come, we gonna rub it out on bust on her chest or something.
Yeah, I'm still good.
Yeah, we won't get the nut, during the interaction. A lot of times, they don't climax during sex.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you can make them climax, you almost like
you put yourself in an exclusive group. To be honest,
exactly, and also like you've she wants that, like she want that. She's a sexual being, so it's like her being a sexual being. She wants that. She wants you, and she's attached to that.
If she knows that you can provide that consistently,
yeah, you don't need no money.
To me, that trumps everything else.
Yeah, because here's the thing: she can get her own money. She don't need no money. Like here's the thing. Now, when they talk about money, is he gonna be? If he was broke, she wouldn't want him. Listen, if these people have never been to the mall or the movie theater, go to the mall or the movie theater, or go to some place where there's a lot of people, a festival. You're gonna see a lot of dudes that you may think aren't handsome, with a lot of beautiful women.
Yeah, that's like the money part, like part of this, where people was like, yo, if he was broke, like this Travis Hunters can pull whatever her name is. He can pull this all day.
He's 6'2", 6'3". He's sculpted like a Greek god. He got drip game. Whether he had, let's just say he didn't have millions of dollars, he still probably would dress nice. You know what I'm saying? Because he's young. So yeah, so he's going to be able to get a girl like this, and then if he smashes and he performs well, like that's just something. I think a lot of guys that are talking about this are speaking from like tropes and talking.
Yeah, that's what it feels. It feels like it's just like it's not based on anything you've ever really seen. It's just it's like, oh, if you can't be with an attractive woman, or she not, to me, respectfully, she's not even like a bad girl. Like,
she ain't no baddie to me. She's especially for a Melungeon, because Melungeons get graded on a curve. They get extra points. So
they get extra points.
Melungeon, I would give her as a Melungeon, I would give her a 6.5.
I was gonna say 6.
That's too
Yeah,
high.
I would put her at
6.
6.5.
6.
Damn.
Yeah, we got to be harsh.
She's not like she don't have that like gorgeous face.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah, she's got a nice
She
she's got
got
the type of face where like, yo, if Nick Tal Javon got a bitch and he called me, he'd be like, yo, I got a friend, her bitch, this bitch I got a friend.
she gonna be the friend.
Yeah, if that's the friend and you send me the picture, I'll be like, cool, all right, pick me up. Let's go do it. I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna be like you. If I say, yo, I got my joint, my little drink got a little friend. We gonna get this shit cracking real quick. You be like, all right, yo, you gotta send me a picture of it real quick, bro. For me, if I get dressed and all that, slide down there, I send you the pic. You gonna be like, all right, you know, it's up. I can do this all day. You're not gonna feel like you taking one for the team or he trying to put you on the little ugly John. Like, it ain't gonna be
yeah,
one of those.
she nice enough and listen, she nice enough and she, you know what I'm saying, she seemed like, cool, whatever. But here's the thing, now I think people want more for him because like they're seeing like the way she talked, she kind of put herself out there because she wasn't very careful. And I think people don't understand that, like, of course she's not careful, she's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Of course she's not careful.
Yeah, his last month of
Does
high
she
school,
does she have a
he just
body?
moved in with me because at that point he was at my house every.
Yeah, she got a good body.
she got an athletic body. She don't got like a Baba Booms. I like the
Okay.
Baba Boom hourglass bodies, but I like hourglass no matter how much you weigh. Even if you 135 pounds, I like an hourglass. If you 200 pounds, I like an hourglass. But she got a more like athletic type build body.
Every day, so there's no point in him leaving. That's how we met.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be Stephen Curry out here because mine was nothing but nuts. Have a little bit of room though, because she friends only for a little bit of room though.
But he's not friends with no more.
But what this the back of the house?
Babe, look on the back of the box. It says.
Do your wife go to JSU?
No.
You go to JSU? What school you go to?
Kennesaw State. I am a senior and I graduate in 2 months with my bachelor's degree. Yeah, I'm about to graduate college.
Yeah,
I don't go to JSU though. I go to Kennesaw State University in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna answer one for one of my teammates because they asked me about football and stuff. Not my teammates, but the supporters, not the fans. The supporters. They asked me, "How's it like playing with Shedeur Sanders, my quarterback?" I mean, I ain't really get to play him yet, but from like in practice, it's good. It's like it's normal.
Well, this is not even this year. This is from when he was at Jackson State. So this is 2 years ago.
Oh, she been around for a little minute. All right.
She's been around for 5 years. She's been messing. But this is 2 years ago. This is not even fresh. This didn't happen just recently. So this is older. So they've grown since then. You know what I mean?
Look, man, I'm still trying to. Like, she might not talk to him like he a Heisman Trophy winner or whatever. However, niggas might want her to talk to him, but I still don't see the problem, bro. I still don't see the problem.
I don't see a problem. I see this is normal life, man.
I was just about this. This seemed like this two regular people in the relationship, you know.
Yeah, and it's ugly. It's sad that it got here, but it's here. And like this is
online. Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. But what's a testimony without a test of faith? So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because
So she got permission from Travis to say these things. So that it's so bad. It got so toxic that she had to come out and give a video. That just shows you, like, now. Here's the thing: if I'm in her camp, I'm like, girl, do you want to deal with this? Because it's only going to get worse. He's going to be the number one player drafted in the draft. He's going to be a star in the NFL. Like, are you ready for this? This is your life. This is your side of it. Can you handle this for the rest of life? Every fucking move you make being micro analyzed by niggas.
Was it a certain thing that like brought all this attention to her and brought all this like negativity to her? Like, whoa!
After a game, his last game of the season, he was coming off the field and they appeared to have a argument, but we don't know what it was. She just appeared to have an attitude, and he leaned in for a kiss and she wouldn't kiss
It
him.
don't even matter what it was for. That's just typical shit too.
Yeah, what the yo? I ain't gonna lie, man. The internet is weird, bro. That's why I don't fuck with people on these social media apps, dog.
But she came to the internet and had to explain herself to the internet. So the internet is powerful.
These are previously things I didn't want online. But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio. So I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women. So I would never do that to another woman, because I would never.
Well, people are saying now she throwing Travis under the bus because he got a squeaky clean image and she's accusing him of being a cheater. That's what they're saying about this.
I want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated looked the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who's a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated
Why is he doing this?
type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above.
You can tell she's put a lot of thought into this, how she needs to word this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's being careful. She's being
real careful now. That eight figures is on the line, dog.
I don't have I don't have a physical type. It's like, oh my god, bro! I swear to God, bro. So,
I met because
care about how
he was younger
people
than me. I
treat
had never
people.
dated no one younger than me, and he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't.
So what does she mean by that? Was he cheated on his girlfriend with her, or
by jumping in her DMs?
Yeah,
that's like emotionally cheating. Like that's like you're cheating basically if you're trying to mac girls if you got a girlfriend.
Okay.
I mean,
I get it. So she's gonna show.
Yeah,
so he's gonna be accused of cheating.
I mean, that is though.
10 times a week.
He's going to, dude.
She's got to
He's
stop. She's got to stop. She's got to stop doing this shit.
But he's going to, though. Let's be real, man. He's going to, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But
She's gonna have that lawyer on deck too.
That's definitely cheating though. Like if you're in a relationship, you try to like recruit other women. How that's the textbook definition of cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like people are like looking at this like, well, Travis gave her permission to throw him under the bus so he could take the bullets for her.
Yeah.
Because this does not seem. This is not what she said. She could have easily said this in the first video. Yeah, no, he had a girlfriend, so I didn't highlight her. She never even intimated.
Yeah, she never mentioned that yet.
She didn't even intimate it. She didn't even allude to it. She was just like, I left that nigga in my DM because he wasn't my type. Like, that's it.
Yeah. You know what? You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of
Yeah,
Kobe
clean
and
that
his
shit
wife
up.
and his girl. I just not regular just talked about it, but I was thinking when they were together earlier, it reminded me of Kobe and his girl. This is Kobe all over again, huh? Kobe
I ain't gonna.
reincarnated.
Kobe is not this guy's personality. This guy's got way
Same,
more personality.
same difference. Same difference. You know, he met a girl young, and the rest
Oh
is
yeah,
history.
yeah, yeah. And Kobe, because Kobe wasn't in the internet age. That was in the 96. But his parents,
Yeah.
it caused a lot of problem with his
Yeah,
parents.
it
Right.
did.
Which
It
is the
did.
same as this shit here. Almost
Nah, it
identical in
doesn't,
his
it's
own
not
right.
causing a rift with his parents.
But it was an issue though. Like, oh, this
Yeah,
gonna
it's an
it was an
issue. It's a
issue.
big issue. It's a big issue. It was a huge issue. He never he never repaired that relationship with his parents. Like
Right. He ended up winning
never,
though.
yeah, never portrayed it. Never, I mean, never repaired it.
He ended up being
That
a great
relationship with
partner.
his parents was ruined to,
Right.
yeah.
But she ended up being it seems like a very good partner. You know, a good mother, it seems like at face value anyway, a good spouse,
Stay with him
you
after
know.
the whole
Stay with him
rape
after the whole,
accusation.
the whole you dig.
Yeah.
Yeah, his relationship with his parents completely spiraled out of control.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like something else.
They
Respectful.
wanted, oh God, they wanted him to have a black woman, and
Is that what it was?
yeah, they wanted him to date a black woman, but the
The,
last thing they wanted Kobe to do was
the
fall in
original
love
chick.
with a video vixen on the set of his first rap video in his first like month of being a. Because remember, Kobe was
Wow.
17 when he was drafted,
Right.
so he's 17 and he's doing a rap video and he falls in love with one of the video hoes, like, like nigga, you haven't even like played like half of a season yet. And he's
A
telling his
game.
friends like, I'm getting married and shit. It's like they're like, who? One of the hoes from the video. And they was like, what?
But did they say that it was because she wasn't a sister, or was that like a
Well, no,
rumor?
I mean they that came out that like they kind of wanted him to have but listen, that girl and the way she played him on that video set, they got some footage of
Of
Vanessa.
her?
She played Kobe
What you mean?
cool on her videos. Like the way she just
You
was
getting the
treating
googly eyes?
him. Nah, no, nothing like that.
Oh, she was dogging him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she she played him like Kobe, being, a square dude from overseas. He's a square though. He was a square. She played him like,
But
like a city slick chick would play a square dude.
but she ended up being a good spouse though, right? Is that fair to say?
No doubt, no doubt. I'm just saying, like I gotta find that video
What,
of their
what if
interaction on the set of the video.
what if this girl is gonna be a great spouse too? Shit, we don't know.
I think she
She
would
might.
be. I think she could be.
We don't know. I mean, she might not be. She might not. You know, who the fuck knows?
Listen,
I would,
I think this girl could be a great wife, man. I think now this is even gonna make it better because I think this kind of flipped some of the shit she has to prove herself to Travis now. I think this is good for Travis because I don't think he would have ever got her in this position without the internet, because now she feels she has to prove herself.
Those that don't know, yes, I had a budding music career as a rapper. On the video set is where I first met Vanessa. The lovely young ladies.
wow.
You met yet? How you doing?
Nice to meet you. Trinidad.
How you doing?
Now those are dimes.
I mean, she looked regular to me though.
Basketball player at the time either, so it was like,
huh?
Vanessa to me looks regular, like respectful.
Nah,
She's
Yeah,
Vanessa.
the
fine.
other two look way
She was the
better than
second
her.
one, right?
She's fine. Don't get me wrong, but she looks
Vanessa's an
regular.
8. Vanessa's an 8. Those other two are like
10.
9s,
This was
10s.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
here's
one's a 10 right there.
He says,
yeah,
I
for
wasn't a
sure.
That right
big
there.
time basketball player at the time. When he was a phenom, like he was a phenom. He's
Right.
he's playing it down like you like he was Kobe Bryant. Everyone knew who he was, even though he wasn't the first pick in the draft, because Allen Iverson was the first pick that year, and that's widely regarded as the best draft of all time. But
Mm.
he literally was a phenom. He was one of the first guys to come out of high school.
Right, I was gonna
Before coming out of
say.
high school was big. He was 17 years old. So he was a phenom. Like him saying that he wasn't a big basketball player at that time is bullshit. This is your video shoot. These bitches are here for your video shoot. Like you're like, come on, like why you think he's like he acting like he just an extra on the set. It's just
I wasn't some big time basketball player at the time either. So it was like, you know, it's a pleasure to meet you. It was a 2-day video shoot, and I was always looking for her. Like I wanted to know where she was. You know, I would finish the take and then go to my trailer, but I wonder where she is the entire time, and then come out of the trailer and just want to talk to her some more in between.
Wow.
Yeah, he was smitten. He was smitten.
Right.
I wouldn't.
I wonder what it was, man. I wonder what it like.
He was hot.
Yeah,
Pause.
It's gotta be more.
He was a hot
More to that.
Melungeon. He's a hot Melungeon. You already
Gotta
know
be
how
more than
black
that.
men get about those, bro.
But the way he was
Yeah.
talking, though, I mean, it just felt like it was gotta be something more than that. Maybe I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean more than that? Like, what do you
We
mean?
shoot. No.
Like maybe like her personality, right? I mean, let's be real. The way he was just talking about, he kept thinking about her. I'm just
Yeah, she
saying.
probably was the only one that wasn't easy.
Right. Exactly. Something.
And I was always looking for her. Like I wanted to know where she was. You know, I would finish the take and then go to my trailer, but I wonder where she is the entire time, and then come out of the trailer and just want to talk to her some more in between takes and stuff like that. And she wrote a phone number down at the time where you had to still write phone numbers down. And I called her the very next day, and we talked for hours.
Kobe wanted that.
She was just beautiful.
See?
We literally did everything together.
Hey.
And I thought I was a big dork because I loved Disneyland. I loved the Disney movies and things like that, but I never.
You were a big dork, and that's okay. You grew up in Italy. You were 17 years old. You've never seen anything but basketball. Your dad played.
Hold on. That dork he also won an Emmy. R.I.P. So I gotta give him that.
Yeah, but I mean, he's 17 at this point.
Yeah, that was way after.
Really had a chance to go to the park much, and she was a big Disney fan too. And she became my best friend, you know. And for me, it was very different to have somebody that I was so close to, because I had been so used to growing up in isolation, really, and moving around from place to place. And
his dad, after his NBA career, his dad was a journeyman NBA player, and then his dad went to play over in Europe, and they bounced around. So yeah, he's like a military brat. But yeah, and listen, he and plus Kobe's not like a. Let's keep it real. He's not like a very friendly, sociable person. He's not one of the guys. He's not hanging with the guys.
No.
So you have him moving around a lot. Then he's not like one of the brothers and shit. Then you got he's a basketball phenom. So it's like it could be very lonely. And then this girl comes along, and he loves her because she's not a sister. And, and then,
why you gotta throw that in?
I mean, it is true, man. Like I mean,
Drop the nuke right in the middle.
Like it is true. Like these dudes, they have when options are available, sisters are at the bottom of the list. But here's the thing, this guy, he comes to his parents and says, "I'm in love," and they're like,
"What?
We think you're moving too fast." We're not okay with this. We're not okay with this. We don't accept this relationship. You're 17 years old and you're talking about getting married to some chick you met on a rap video shoot. No. And you can understand that from their point of perspective.
She became my best friend, you know, and for me, it was very different to have somebody that I was so close to, because I had been so used to growing up in isolation, really, and moving around from place to place, and making new friends all the time. So I never really opened up to anybody because I knew I was just going to inevitably move. But now, you know, being in Los Angeles and feeling like I'm going to be a Laker for the rest of my life, and I just met this beautiful woman that I just see the world the same way with. We decided to get married. I proposed. She said yes. We're both so young, right? So I'd wake up and I'd go train and I'd come back and she'd still be in the bed sleeping like 18-year-olds do, man. She'd be asleep till like 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, man. And then I'd lay down with her and I'd go to sleep again too. And then, you know, we'd wake up and just, you know, do what kids do. Do what kids do. I'd take her to the batting cage. We go hit some balls. Like, you know, we play miniature golf. You know, we go to the movies. We go out to eat. It was a beautiful time, man.
Nick Town in the back. Yo, that was a pretty cool clip. I like Kobe off the court. I never liked him on the court, but I like Kobe a lot, man. Just rest in peace.
Yeah,
And his
salute
daughter.
to Cole, man.
Yeah, man. It's too bad that he's not alive.
Could you imagine that nowadays with the internet? Like this could have went different. Like
Hey, she could have been
like a
talking
great
like
story.
Ogre.
They
She
would
could
have
have
been
been
calling this
talking like
nigga a
Ogre.
simp. I'm surprised they
Hey,
ain't called
man,
Kobe a simp
she
for this,
sure
bro.
could have, because that's one thing we never heard was, her on a microphone.
Yeah, because
We
there was
just
no
had to
internet
tell
back
him.
then.
Right. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, who knows what she would have said, man.
ain't no
But
telling, man. Ain't
that's what I'm
no
saying. Like
telling.
that's a kind of a good example of what I mean when I say like, why is everybody jumping on Travis and this girl? I mean, they don't know. Why? You know? I mean, I
You
get
just
what you're
taking
saying,
up for
Mark.
her because she got that on breeder blood in it. That's all.
Yeah, she got that Melungeon privilege, man. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, man. Kobe was
That boy Wicked said no, and Brito left behind.
right. Kobe was
As a class, he
Kobe.
was a good father. You know?
Yeah, he's like the
Work
epitome
ethic
of
like
like
no other.
of an icon, like of a fallen
Yeah.
icon. Like he's like
Yo,
Pop, the basketball version of Pop. Like
used to
Literally fallen
Tupac.
icon. Literally.
you can't imagine like Kobe passing away because it's so rare for that to happen to sports stars. Like we don't have a like think about how many sports stars there are. And for that to have happened to him, for him to be the one that happened
But
to
but it
is
just feels
crazy.
like Kobe was gonna like the next level was gonna be incredible. It felt like that. Like he was gearing up for the next level of whatever that was gonna
Yeah,
be.
owning a
You know?
basketball team or something.
These
Yeah,
4 years though, it'll tell you anything. Like he's been gone for 4 years, almost 5, right? Look at
yeah.
how the world has changed. Like
That was a crazy year. That was a
he
crazy
never
ass
knew of
year.
COVID. He died in January, right? So
That yeah, it's downhill from there.
he never knew of COVID. Social, he never knew of Floyd. He
He
never
yeah.
knew
At
of
least he didn't get to
all.
see Floyd pass on. Now you're right. That's a bright side
Yeah,
of it.
like
You know?
the world he lived in. He
Right.
couldn't imagine any of the stuff that's happened in the last 4 years.
Did
Right.
you see where they're reopening the Floyd autopsy stuff?
The brain, the heart
Oh
tissue.
yeah, because they're going to get.
They
Chauvin's gonna challenge it or something.
they're not gonna
I
let
mean, he
that man
deserves
out.
it.
Yeah, but
Chauvin
they're not gonna
deserves to
let
get
him out
out,
though.
man.
You think they'll let him
I
out?
think.
Bro, if they did that, you talk about the tide turning.
They not letting that nigga out.
Right. But they're not gonna do shit with that. What they gonna do with that fish? They can't
Let
let
him
him
out.
out.
They
You
can let
think
him out.
so?
You have
I
to
believe
understand.
I believe I can fly, like R. Kelly said.
Yeah, his health
Great song.
was really really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he had a bunch of drugs in the system. And
Right.
the procedure they put him in was not a lynching. So like if they can just basically say, okay, the procedure we put him in, the hole we put him in was not a lynching. That's already been proven in the courts.
Yeah.
He had
Falls
enough
under
in
qualified
the system
immunity.
to kill an elephant. That's been proven, but that
Right.
hasn't been. All of this has not been tied together. If you can tie all this together, and then he
Right.
had horrible health and he had COVID, so it's like it's possible. Trust me, it's possible.
And then who do you think the media is going to blame it on?
Trump,
Man,
yeah, Trump.
Trump. They say,
Man,
look what Trump America means.
but
This is Trump's America.
that was a hell of a year though. I like Kobe dying was like the beginning of like it was downhill from there. I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. That was a weird ass year,
man,
2020,
almost seems
and it
like
started with
Kobe.
Kobe passing.
Yeah, it
Kobe
almost
and his
seems
daughter
like he
passing.
started this whole train wreck.
Like when Kobe died, I woke up right, and it felt like I lost someone I knew. Like it
Yeah,
felt
Oh
like that.
man, I
it felt
remember
like
feeling
a
that
family
way
member.
too. I felt sick. I like literally felt
Yeah,
nauseous.
I
And
did
then
too, man. For
yeah,
days and weeks.
Yeah, me too. It lasted about a good 3 to 5 days for me.
and then when I
I
heard
did.
his daughter, when his daughter was with him, it was even like even more
Yeah,
painful. It was weird for
yeah.
me. It was because I didn't even really like Kobe like that.
Yeah, I
But
didn't like Kobe either.
but
Yeah, I
but
wasn't a fan of his.
I
I
wasn't
like as
either.
far as like Jordan comparisons and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Right, exactly.
But I will say this. I will say this. He was a great player,
Yeah, 100%.
but I'm not gonna sit here and act like he was my favorite player. No, he
Nah,
was not.
nah.
Right.
He was not my favorite player.
I just hated how he will fuck up the flow of the game. Like he just
Yeah, he
take
was
you to side
very
every time.
selfish. He
Yeah,
was
he
very, very
was.
selfish. Salute to
He
Alio.
but he was
was.
really
Yet
good.
Only time I
he was
never saw.
selfish
he
in a
was a
different
jack,
way
bro.
Jordan was.
Right.
Jordan was selfish Jordan was selfish in a different way because Jordan was money. Okay. But Kobe was kind of like, you got Shaq, dog. Like, you don't have to be selfish. Like,
Right.
you got
But Jordan
Shaq.
will
Yeah,
pass. Jordan
yeah.
will pass though, like if he needed
Yeah,
to. You
but
know what I
Jordan,
mean?
but Jordan was Jordan
He was
was Shaq.
selfish. For sure. Yeah.
Jordan was selfish, but Jordan was it was just a different energy. Kobe was trying to be Jordan. It was obvious he was trying to be
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that
Jordan was
oh
that.
01, the fact that the 04 finals happened, like to me, that solidified a lot of things about Kobe in my mind, bro. Like the depths that he's willing to go to prove like he's the alpha guy on the team, bro.
The one against the Magic, or which one you
No,
talking
against the
about?
Pistons.
Oh, did he beat Boston too? That was pretty good, man. Didn't he beat Boston?
He won and lost to him, but he shot the Lakers out of that finals, bro.
But they had no chance of winning that. They had no chance.
They had no
They had no chance. They
okay.
had
Well,
no
they
chance.
only had no chance in hindsight, but at the point they were 3-0 in the finals against when they faced
Not against
Detroit. And
not
Detroit,
against Detroit. Detroit was up. It was 1-1, and then Detroit did a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, they
I'm
I'm
did.
saying
arguing that
Detroit
that was
hit
because of Kobe, bro. That's what I'm arguing. If
Yo,
Kobe played better, I think they would have won that series.
yo, but
No,
Nick, have you seen Og's videos on Caitlin Clark and Og Nation TV? Have you seen them?
No, I haven't seen.
You gotta watch them, bro. They're very insightful, dude. You gotta
I mean,
watch them.
I saw that she bowed down to you
But
know.
no. But you gotta watch Ox videos, bro. Whenever you get a chance, Og Nation TV. I'm telling you right now, not for nothing. They're fucking insightful, dude. But yeah, what's up with your girl? I bending the knee like that. I still like her, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
No,
like how
I
she
don't.
has them
She said
tweaking.
it's the
I
boyfriend. It's
kind
the
of felt that
boyfriend.
she had to.
she said
No,
I
LeBron.
still
She said
like her.
LeBron to go. I don't rock with her anymore, though.
yeah, that was a turn off too when she said LeBron was the GOAT. because it was
Oh
like
shit.
you like come on, man. Like people who say LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, I think they're only saying I don't believe anybody believes that.
Are you
I
sure
really
that's
don't.
not an age gap? Are you sure that's not because
No,
there's
I
because
don't
I'll let
think
that one
anybody
slide.
believes it.
It's gotta be an
I'll
age
let that
gap.
one slide though.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's the age thing, bro.
yeah, I'll let her give that, but the woke shit, her boyfriend definitely pushed that.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
here's the thing: the whole thing about LeBron being better than Mike. It's not like Mike played in the black and white TV era with like you know what I'm saying, and he was like dribbling like like Mike literally played like in the '90s, like he played in the early 2000s.
yeah,
It's
but these
like
people are born in like
age gap
2000.
Yeah,
thing
it's different
is
times.
I
Yeah.
think it's not like it wasn't that long ago. Mike didn't play that fucking long ago.
Yeah,
But it is an age
yeah,
gap though. You do gotta acknowledge it is an age gap though. Like
Yeah,
I
you
never
got a
did
bunch of
see
kids
I
growing
never
up
saw
watching
Magic.
LeBron,
Yeah, I
but you
never
know
saw
LeBron
one
play.
thing.
Magic or Larry
Yeah,
play.
You know one thing I'll give people credit for, I'll give people a pass for because when you say it's age gap, because I've heard a lot of people say Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. And I'm just like,
Right,
yo,
exactly.
oh
it's
Lord,
just
Exactly.
like that makes that right there. When I hear people say that, it makes me like just question reality.
yeah,
Exactly. So I mean I never
Because
saw Magic Johnson play.
Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. And they'll
No,
say it with a
no
straight
way.
face, and other people will agree. And it's like,
That's fucking retarded, dude.
yeah. It
It
is
makes no
retarded.
sense. It
It
makes
is
and it's
no
like,
retarded, but they
sense.
just know what they
can't,
know. They're not
yo,
about to watch old school videos.
it's
Yeah.
like crazy. And Chris Brown packed out a stadium in South Africa the other day, 90,000 people. So
Recently?
he just the other day. So
Damn.
he's a big star. I'm not taking nothing from him, but
Hell of a dancer.
Michael Jackson?
I can't even think of any of his songs, dude. Chris Brown? I can't think of
Yeah, I
The
can't
only
think of
song I
one
know is the
song.
"Hoes Ain't Loyal." That's it.
I don't even know what the fuck
And I
that
don't
Run
even
it
know
is.
if that's
some
Chris Brown.
Yeah, the first one when he was a kid, right? Like running, whatever the fuck. That's like the
Nah,
first song he came out with.
he's a good entertainer and dancing. That's why they like him.
Hey, he
So
did a
was
good job
Jackson.
acting in that movie
So
Takers.
so was
It
Michael Jackson though. He was a
had
good
a whole
dancer too.
parkour scene.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Entertaining.
I did hear that. You know how they call Trey Songz Mister Steal Your Girl. They called Chris Brown Mister Beat Your Girl. So I mean,
Yo, didn't
Chris-
he beat Rihanna, right? He's the one that
yeah,
beat Rihanna.
yeah, he beat the brakes off Rihanna.
That's
I don't
Yeah,
believe
he
that.
crazy.
I
did.
think mutual
I,
combat, man.
I think so
Yeah,
too. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man.
I
She
really
looked
don't
like
think that's
she looked
that big
like
a
she
deal
put paws
either.
on people.
She's lucky it wasn't Trey songs, bro. He should have got shot the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was mutual combat with Chris Brown. I think he got a bad rap there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Had to eat it.
But I wanted to tell you, bro. I mean, before I forget, but if you allow me, I particularly was drawn to it when they said white people are scared of competition, of blacks being some shit like that. You remember that? Where the two sisters said whites are worried that blacks will like
I mean,
compete with blacks. Well,
that's
why
a
and
that's a major talking point. Wicked.
and
So black people believe that white people are scared
but
to quote unquote even the playing field because they know
exactly that's what.
intrinsically that black people will outcompete them.
But Nick, that's what I'm saying though. Let me finish it real quick. The what I was getting at was what I responded to that. He said what you said. Like I went down the line of shit that shows that the blacks got all the fucking benefits, all the advantages, right? Like if you remove affirmative action, if you remove all these quotas, and so on, I went down a fucking like laundry list of shit, and it's just incredible how these females fix their face
How
and
they
say
really believe that. How they
talk
really
about
believe, and they really do believe that. Like they really believe. Like black people really believe that. Like you know what I'm saying. Like they gotta work twice as hard to get half as
but
far.
but the shit they say. I was watching a video today, where where some Sunmen were criticizing Anna Kasparian, and these Sunmen, were outright saying shit like saltine, the caucasity. Why the fuck do they get to fucking say that shit?
Yeah.
and
because
and not
because
and
of
nobody
lip
bats a fucking eye, dude.
because of glider. It's the consciousness of the country right now. Like the POCs and the minorities and the women, they get to punch up, but
They
the people
they
that are perceived that they're perceived to be punching up against can't punch down to them because
I don't know. I
that's
don't know if any of you saw it, bro, but they kept repeating the word saltine. You feel me? Like, what if Anna came back and said some anything? Oh,
wait they were
That would
calling
be
Shit
racist.
they
skin.
were
yeah, they
they
were
were
calling
calling
her.
Anna a saltine to her face.
No, they were commenting on like on her
Oh, okay.
becoming MAGA or some shit. They kept, I'm telling you, throughout the entirety of the video, it was like a 30-minute video. And I watched the whole thing because I was like mesmerized by the fucking
God bless you.
the outrageous commentary, the delusional lack of self-awareness, chief. You know what I mean? But they kept saying the word saltine and caucasity. And
Mm.
it just like it annoys me that the fact that they could say that. And if Anna were to respond with a fraction of that energy, they would lose their fucking shit. Grown men, grown fucking men. You would
Yeah,
think somebody pulled the noose. You know how the brothers are scared of nooses and shit.
yeah. Salute to Bubba Wallace.
Yeah,
But you
I don't think yeah, I know that one. That dude that they say look like me on TYT.
Yeah, he
he
did
had
look like
a
I.
beard,
Yeah,
He
but
he
did
do
look
look
like
like. I thought Aqua was
It's
there. I
like
like, oh shit, Aqua
yeah,
made it.
but
so you saw
Aqua
it.
never sound like such a bitch. That
So
nigga
you
sound
saw the
like he
video,
takes
you
estrogen pills or something.
so you saw what I'm talking about then?
Yeah, no, I saw he quit TYT
Yeah.
live on the air.
Right, that guy
Yeah,
and him and the two other guys, it was just
that
like,
nigga is. That nigga, see,
but
that's what happens when you hang around with too many trannies. You start to talk like
but that's typical some man, bro. I mean, some men that
them.
are
Yeah,
aware like that.
That's a
we have
typical
to.
pro black son man.
Some
We
men
can't downplay how many Sun men think like
That's
this,
that pro
bro.
black shit.
some men that are politically aware think like that. I ain't talking about these guys playing with guns and robbing people. They're busy. I'm talking about the brothers that are like politically like cognate like aware. That's how they fucking think, dude.
Yeah, that's literally
Yeah,
like damn near how
I know.
all of them think.
I know,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
They
That's why that's
and
why we
it's
got
like
the George Floyd statues because of
and
niggas like
and
him.
but it's like off-putting, man. Grown men, like some men aren't little. Like a 6'1" guy acting like he's fucking 4'11", 4'11" female. Come
I
on
know.
now.
I know. I know. It's disgusting. It's man, I can't stand it. As a matter of fact, oftentimes I'm proud of myself for as little of the shit that I give because it really bothers
yeah. This, I mean,
Facts.
it's just the
me. Like I don't sit
paradigm
here
we
and
live
shout
in,
at my
man.
phone the way I used to back in like 2021.
The way society has sorted itself out is like, this is just
Yeah.
this is how the landscape
It's
is. This
it's just DNA. It's just how DNA manifests itself. But Anna is almost there, right? With crime, she's almost there, but she just needs one more important thing to keep in mind, dog. That there's a pattern, right? There's like I know that it's difficult to break that like paradigm, like that you can't speak on it, but there's a pattern of behavior. It's like the one meme that says, "I we don't have a race problem in America. We have a problem with race." And and I say that respectfully to you, you guys on here. I'm not trying to be disrespectful by any means. I got love for
yes
you
you are.
guys at the end. No, but
No, I'm playing with you.
that's the point that Anna's gonna have to take that dive, right? And that's a hell of a
Shit,
dive
that
to
won't
and
happen.
no,
That won't
You
it's
happen.
ain't.
tough.
You can't
But
take that dive and be on
but
like the Young Turks, bro.
but she's very cognizant about crime right now. She's like
Yeah,
crime has her mesmerized right now, dude.
Well, she's
And
yeah.
basically doing the Candace Owens route. She's gonna go the Candace Owens route just from the left, or she's
which
gonna
is
end up
what?
on her own thing
Yeah.
because she works for TYT, which is Juice Crew owned,
Mm.
and she's gonna hit a line of the truth,
Is that Anna Juice Crew? She's not Juice Crew.
No, he
No.
said she works
She's
for Juice
Megan
Crew.
Sperry.
Armenian, right?
She's
She's
Turkish. Yeah,
yeah,
Armenian. I think she's Turkish, or
Armenian.
I think she's
Oh,
Turkish.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, she
So
is
she,
Armenian.
but
Armenian.
she's gonna hit that wall where the truth takes her to a certain place, and she's gonna have to quit TYT altogether.
Yeah,
I
Tank
thought that that
Tank
was gonna
gonna
See,
happen,
Tank
but
gonna get her out
now
of
I'm
there
not
if
sure
if
because
it
it
goes
he's
seems
too
like
hard.
fucking
Tank is
he's
trying to
losing his
change
mind
his.
too, though.
Yeah,
Shank
Tank
is
is
pivoting too. Shank
he's
is
losing his
pivoting
fucking
too.
mind too.
Oh
He's
wow.
losing his mind. He is losing his
Yeah,
mind too, though.
Shank is a lot of them. The smart ones are pivoting because here's the thing, like you can they can already tell that like
yeah,
MSNBC and CNN their ratings are shit. Um,
yeah,
People only watch The View to clown them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like everyone sees the writing on the wall. Scarborough was like the first one to really see the writing on the wall. That you gotta move to the middle, man. And I think a lot of the smart liberals are gonna move to the middle. I
Yeah,
think they really believe that? No, I think they all
Oh
might,
yeah,
but I
no.
think that they'll move to the middle just to keep themselves relevant.
yeah. If you don't adjust with the times will pass you by.
You
Yeah,
know, I think Anna believes it, bro. I mean, just this whole like calling females birthing persons, and it's weird, like reducing them to their fucking pussy. It's kind of weird,
yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think that she's as a woman and as a hardcore liberal, like there's a lot of it's kind of like a lot of factory settings they have and bad habits and training they have. So it's like I never trust them. Like Stephen A. Smith, he's been kind of pivoting lately too. And
Yeah, I saw that.
I just all it's going to take is
Yeah,
one
he's been
pro black
pivoting
like
tough.
leader to like cuss him out, and he'll
Roland
come back
Martin.
and
Roland
apologize.
Martin ain't going nowhere. That boy,
Yeah, bro.
that
I
three
don't
that 350K got
You
him
gotta
locked in
get
for
on that
life.
ass. You gotta get on that ass.
trust
Kilometer.
I don't trust any
Yeah,
I don't trust 99% of blacks when they take this
no,
this
he's
fake
stuck on the
objective
platform.
stance. Like, I call it
Yeah,
fair on both sides because they
he's
never
the one
do,
that's
bro.
gonna get the whip.
All it takes is one little racial
Football
incident
is better than that playing
and then
social
they'll
by
black
force.
right out every time, bro. Let another George Floyd or something happen. They'll be like, man,
For sure. For
ain't
sure.
nothing changed in this
I'm
country.
looking at
I
the
can't
summary of
believe
that
that
tweet.
we as black
I'm like,
people
oh
still have
shit,
to go
when
through this.
Hawk was on a panel,
Right.
I'm like,
And,
no,
and
that ain't Hawk.
but that's DNA though, right? Next time, like that's just DNA. Like that's always gonna be the case, right? No
Yeah,
matter.
it's all yeah, of course.
So that you make a very good point when you say that. Like they could, doesn't matter how far it goes, they'll always return back to that
Yep,
when George Floyd occurs again, because it's gonna
that's
happen again.
that's the default
And
sentence.
it
Yeah,
will happen. It
it
will
is
happen
going to happen again,
unless it's
bro.
just gonna be just some completely lazy bullshit, and it's gonna be easy to call out.
Yeah, just don't. I don't fall for the. I think it's the banana and the
It's
tailpipe,
never
man.
gonna stop
Like
looking
all
for
this,
George Floyd, and the Democrats are just so pathetic with who they
even the
choose to
Republican, even the Republican
use as
niggas,
Yeah,
martyr.
they
I
do the
talked
same
about
shit.
that. I talked about that. Like even the Sunman that'll go to, and I've seen it already. That'll go conservative. They're gonna bring that baggage with them, that DNA baggage with them. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's gonna manifest itself, man. Generally speaking, I guess I don't know. It seems that way anyway.
It
We on
doesn't.
this show we see behavior patterns consistent fucking.
It doesn't matter what sector it is, bro. A
Yeah,
black
we see
person.
it. Everybody
When it
sees it.
boils
I
down
mean,
to it, they're gonna pick the race over
uh,
everything. The nigga could be
of
dead
course, on
wrong,
Twitter,
bro. If he's black, they're gonna go with him, bro.
everybody has free reign to talk about that pattern recognition. But
I mean, all
you
of
know,
them, all behavior patterns don't breed those type of behavior patterns we see here regularly. The fucking gliders, they probably have one of the biggest behavior
we see the
patterns.
glider behavior pattern,
Yeah,
and that
that's
is
probably
to
one of the
endure.
biggest ones we see on
It's
this
to
on this channel.
endure and to tolerate.
To tolerate, to enable,
Yeah,
to bend over backwards.
hell yeah, to rescue. It's gonna be a
Right,
glider.
so
Glider,
the glider queens
white
have
people, you
this
need to
inherent.
fix it.
Yeah, the glider queens have this inherent need to like adventure out into Haiti, for example, and fucking get gang raped and killed. Like who saw
Fuck
that
yeah,
coming, Queen?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, we see behavior patterns, man, and like how Nick Tao put it well. You know, it's just a matter of time before they're brought back to the baseline, I guess.
Yeah, man. I seen niggas online and like the manosphere and stuff
Oh,
taking credit for
oh
Trump,
no,
like
bro.
winning. Like, yeah,
Right.
because of us,
I would
black
say
men, we
like
voted
that.
for Trump, and it's like, nigga, 78% of y'all voted for Command Me, bro. Like,
Right.
what the?
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like 80 or some shit, but
Nah, it was 70. I think only 18% voted for Trump. But niggas think that's like a huge W,
right.
or they
I don't
don't know the
understand why.
stats, and they think that most niggas voted for Trump. Either one.
Right. But even if they do know it's only 18 or whatever, they still act like like that's not that
Yeah, they.
significant, bro.
It's
It's
just.
not. I mean, we've talked about it. Me and I have talked about it on here. I just thought it was weird how there was a sister scolding brothers. Like, and I was like, man, like the majority of brothers voted for
Yep.
Kamala.
It's
Like,
like,
what's going
yo,
on?
what, like, dude. It's like, yo, it's a problem unless 95% of niggas vote Democrat.
Right.
Like, dog,
Which
you like the
it
hive mindedness of niggas is it never
right.
ceases to amaze me. It was a
But
problem when only 78% of niggas voted for Kamala, bro.
well,
Like,
then the
just think
sisters hit
about that
90.
shit.
The sisters hit 90, right?
It was
Is that
92. It was
think
92.
about that. That's a high bar, man. Like
That's not that high. If you remember when Barack and shit was in office, that shit was like
yeah, seven.
90, dog.
yeah, no, no, I
Yeah,
feel you, but 92 is still like
No, it's still,
because
yeah, it's still like
80% is a lot,
that's still
right?
more than nine. That's over 9 out of every 10 sister
Right.
voted.
That that
yeah,
that's that's
and
almost impossible with every other group, dude.
and yeah, we still got to hear about how black women are the most educated. I'm so tired of hearing
Man,
that.
well, me and Nick were talking about that on Twitter. We were talking about how because Nick made a good point recently out here. You know what I'm talking about, Nick?
What point was that? I mean, uh, hold on. Let me look.
Yeah, yeah. You were talking about you always talking about IQ and
Uh,
how some people. I mean, we know how some people, if you bring up IQ, how they react to it. They
yeah,
dismiss it. They don't like it. But me and you were talking about how if some people were at the top of IQ, they would talk about it. How the sisters talk about their education, right? The most educated, they will brag on it. Because anytime we see like a tethered kid succeeding academically, they love that shit.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yo,
if IQ
Claim
was
it as
like
their own.
right, but if
Look at
IQ
what we
was
doing. He's
high,
so smart.
right? If IQ was high, that's how they would approach it as well. Nick,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
you would never hear the end of that shit, bro. Like, think about niggas with like sports. Like,
Right.
niggas always talk about how we dominate athletics and in the culture. You know how niggas be like, man, everybody want to be
Oh
like us.
yeah, yeah,
Look how
100%.
everybody dress and everybody talk. Like, they always talk
Music,
about this shit.
they do, and again,
But
to
they
be
always
fair,
purchase BMWs.
but to be fair, Nick, to be fair,
They
the
didn't
case
create
is
that.
there. The case is there that some people do have a way with the pop culture,
Enter-
right? But
but
then
Yeah,
when
but
they
that
entertainment.
brag about
No,
it,
that's
that's what we're talking
entertainment.
about.
Yes,
That
that
because
both
it's
is
entertainment.
you had I do if there was a Mongolian tribe in the mountains that was doing drill, I would not be shy, dude. It's just that's just some people have a way with that shit, right? And
yeah,
but the way that they brag about it, like, oh, it's us, we everybody want to be like, it's like, chill, motherfucker.
right. That's
I
what.
know,
But
Yeah, that's
man.
my point. Like, yeah,
I
they
know.
just
yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
we're
need
known
more
for
story.
entertainment, and Germans, they're highly intelligent. With every race has a diff, but sons they don't want to comprehend with that. Like I gives it up with the Umbritos building houses right away. It could be a shit show. Give it a month or two, the shit is looking good. It's on process, but we don't want to give credit to
Be- behavior patterns, man. what we just said about sons, being like again, if we who here would be shocked if there was people in Mongolia doing drill in the mountains somewhere in Mongolia? Will anybody here
In
be surprised?
Mongolia, I don't know,
Mongolia,
man.
bro.
Nah, I don't think so,
Mongolia, bro.
son.
I
I don't
mean,
I
think
fucking
I
promise
mean,
you,
I ain't
bro.
gonna lie. In Japan, they do got like their own little like some people culture over there too, man.
Bro,
So
the
but my thing
Umbritos,
is, how come they don't take it to the extent like Sons?
well,
They
that's
know
DNA.
the
That's
difference
DNA
between
right there.
entertainment and
And unloading or switching to a crowd,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
DNA,
exactly.
dude. That's DNA, man. I
But
mean,
that's but that's
that
that's
makes you
why I never
different.
blame. That's why I never blame music. You know how niggas
Right.
say like, "Yo, it's the
It's the
music is
music.
what's making niggas do it." I mean, but what about all the other groups of people that listen to rap and don't do this shit? Like
Right.
when you go to these
I
rapper
agree.
shows, who's the
All the
vast
gliders.
majority of the people there? It's
The
gliders.
gliders.
It's gliders, and then they go home, and that's
Virtually
it.
all
It's not
gliders.
thug. It's not little thugged out Sun Kings. It's glide.
Nah,
It's
nah.
average
Yo, and,
everyday
Hey, that's
gliders.
free
but
tickets for
Nick,
them to be
funny you
doing.
say that, bro. I made another good point, and again, you gotta go to iNation TV and watch the video. But I made another point, right, where he was talking about how Caitlyn bent the knee, and how it was like two sisters supporting Caitlyn now, and I was saying, look, Caitlyn, these are your new fans, right? But he goes on about he explains more into detail, and he does it better than I could, but he makes that point like they're not going to support you financially. These sisters, your new fans, the ones that are going to be need you to feed them this racial bullshit, and whereas in your other fans, your old racist fans, they didn't want you to speak on anything. They wanted you to play ball. That's what they want to
Yo,
see you do.
that dog,
Hey, Wicked.
the regular like Republican gliders, they just want you to shut up and dribble. Salute to
Right.
Yeah.
what's
Even
that white
Hey,
chick from Fox?
yeah, I can't remember her
Brian,
Megan
shut
name.
up and
Kelly.
Megan,
dribble.
Megan Kelly, is it?
Right.
Megan
No, it
Kelly,
wasn't
Hey,
her.
yeah.
yeah.
They don't
Hey,
want you to
Wicked.
be
How
woke
soon?
and they don't want you to be like a political
Well,
activist. They just
but
want you to do what you do well. And
but in
you
but in
know,
that video,
I wonder how
I talked
soon.
about
I wonder how soon Caitlin Clark is gonna have to denounce her whiteness again.
soon, man. She it's like one of those things where you gotta
What
keep feeding that beast.
you think it's
That
gonna be
beast,
before spring break?
man.
again,
It's gonna
What
have
it's
to
happened?
not
be.
her boyfriend and her boyfriend family. They're woke,
Are they?
But
yeah,
and
that's
So,
but
they
look,
yo, that,
look,
yo, that's
look.
why I was so happy that my goat, Patrick Mahomes, when it was the voting
no, he put that.
cycle, he was just like, "Yo, it's not my place to tell niggas who to vote
Right.
for. I just wanted people to
Well,
go out and vote who they want to vote for." And I was like, "My nigga,
Kaylin was doing that though.
hey,
No,
Kaylin
you know
was
but he
what
doing
tripped
wasn't.
that.
me
He
out
wasn't
about?
doing that in the beginning. He wasn't doing that in the beginning. He took a hard ass red pill. He took a
Yeah.
Yo, but
big
Kaylin was
red
doing
pill.
that though. Next time she
Hey,
wasn't talking about any of these issues, you know.
yeah, they got to her though. They got to her."
hey, there was one time I heard Pat Mahomes speaking on what's this kid? You know, Zimmerman, the dude got shot by Zimmerman. What's his
That's
name?
what I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell you.
yeah,
No,
back
I'm
in
Yeah,
trying to
and
tell you.
yeah,
he
back.
was like,
oh, the
shoot, people
trailer.
need to hear the whole story. I was like,
Oh
what?
Yeah.
Who
wow,
said
oh
that?
wow,
Who
I
okay.
said
remember
that?
that's what Mahomes said. That
Oh
was a long time
shit,
ago too.
that's
And
Yeah, I
remember,
was
crazy.
remember during the when that mass shooting happened at the Super Bowl parade, niggas were mad because he didn't like offer some huge ass statement on this shit. It was like he just was, he was like, man, these niggas gonna be niggas, bro. I was like,
Right,
my nigga,
lock them
dog,
up. Lock these some words up. Is what he
my
should have said.
nigga, man. God, so I like him.
Right,
He
right.
did he did get a little woke during the George Floyd saga, but I ain't gonna lie, you kind of had to if you went against that shit, bro, it was like damn near career
yeah.
suicide at that point, bro.
Yeah, that was. I mean, look. It is what it is. You're not wrong. You know.
Yeah, you gotta
But
protect
but
your bag at the end of the
but
day, bro.
but with Caitlyn, dude. I mean, I think she's gonna have to keep feeding that beast. Ike is right, man. She's gonna have to keep feeding that beast. Her new fans need to be satisfied with that racial
Yeah,
bullshit.
they're not gonna be.
And
They don't want just like one statement from you. Then it's cool. It's like no, you gotta.
every every
Yeah.
They
game, you need
believe
something.
Well, the
these
best
people
thing,
believe that Caitlin Clark's fan base is full of racists,
Right.
bro.
And she's never defended them. You know what I'm saying? She's never I mean, has she? I don't know. She
I've
should
never
though.
heard. Yeah, I never heard her defend them. Yep.
Yeah,
The main her main.
by her not ever saying like, "Yo, I'm offended that you calling my fans," or defending them. She's literally like for instance, it'd be
Co-signing.
like this. It would be like if somebody came on and said, if somebody was like, "Yo, yeah, Ock Nation whole panel is a bunch of faggots," right? And and they were like, "We need you to speak out against homosexuality," and I was just like, "All right, yo, we not, yo, I don't condone homosexuality." And anybody out there who's doing homosexual things, man, you need to stop in the name of God. And I left it like that. And then later on, some more people was like, "Yeah, you know, the whole Ock Nation panel was faggots." And then like I never said, "Nah, they niggas ain't fag." Like I just never said it. I made statements here about this. I made statements about everything, but I never said, nah, them niggas ain't faggots, man. They just regular dudes, regular straight dudes. Actually, none of them are faggots. But like, think about if I just never said that. What if I just
Right.
like I'm doing shows every day, and I never say that y'all ain't gay. That's kind of like, in a way, saying that y'all are.
Yeah.
So you think
To
she thinks that
never
her fans are
address, to
racist?
never,
Y'all
to
rumble
never
tomorrow,
address.
guys.
Yo, you're not wrong, Chief. You think she
I mean,
thinks
to
they're racist?
never address it is because it's such a um uh the claim, like, okay,
Right,
your
racist.
fans are racist. To never once say my fans ain't racist. Now she has said that people online are trolls. There's a lot of trolls. Don't pay attention to the trolls online, but that's still not
Yeah.
passive saying my fans aren't racist. And I think that she's afraid to say that her fans aren't racist because she thinks that there's going to be a backlash that could be perceived as racist. Because how dare you, white person, say somebody's not racist? All these black women are saying that they're being heckled from the stands. People are calling them the N word from the stands, and people are tweeting and chasing them home. Like they said, well, Angel Reese was followed home by some white
Oh man.
shit, and it's like, and they got all these stories of all this racism that's happening. If she, I mean, think about it. She says, my fans aren't racist. That's a line in the sand. Well, you know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
huge line in the sand.
Yeah, you picked your side in the race war, basically.
Hey,
Like the race
that's
war
a
is being
big.
waged, just gliders aren't participating yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a line, and she won't be able to come back from that either. Like once you
I
put
wonder
that
how the
line there,
sales would. I wonder how the sales would do after she says that.
you basically on that side, bro. They're gonna look at it like, yo, you're covering for racist for white supremacy. That's basically what they're gonna see. They're
Yeah,
gonna be like, yeah, she's just protecting these racists and her fan base. That's gonna be
yeah,
the new narrative.
But the thing about it is white supremacy is just white people existing. Like if
Yeah.
she really
right.
wanted to appease these women, she would get on TV and shoot herself in the head. Like that would make them
That wouldn't be
ecstatic.
good enough. They'd be like, "Why ain't she let Angel Reese shoot her?
She's a
She's selfish."
she a Marvin.
Corner, yo.
But that's what she
Oh
doesn't
shit.
understand about this whole dynamic is that it's not about equality at all. It's about her hating herself and any success she has, whether it is warranted or not, it's taking away from a black person.
So she has to thank the black women after she puts up 50 points and shit.
She has to pull a page. What's Paige Beckers when she bowed down to Black Girl Magic when she had got the I think it was the Player of the Year award. She was like, yeah,
Yeah, I used to be on that.
I gotta salute to all the black women. And I was like,
Ugh.
what the
And the
hell
thing
they
about
gotta
it
do?
too,
I'm mad as
this
hell
is
you said that. Now
sports.
she got to do that shit at ESPN, the ESPN awards.
Well, the thing about it, this is sports, and generally speaking, it doesn't matter at all. And not only that, it's women's sports, so it double doesn't fucking matter. And yet these women act like they're harbingers of truth and justice and blah blah blah. It's like you don't do shit for anybody in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
You don't matter.
But they matter now because of her. So like you can't really say they don't matter. They literally matter now.
But they don't really generate revenue for anything. Like they it's like the children's table at Christmas dinner. Like they didn't contribute. They didn't arrange anything. They didn't fund anything. They didn't cook anything.
Hell no,
They
they
did
loud than
nothing.
a motherfucker though. They loud than a motherfucker at that child's table.
Yeah. But I will say this. Kaylin, somebody said earlier while I was listening. They said, when will she have to atone for her whiteness again? How soon will that happen? I
say probably around Trump gets in office.
I think the hubbub though. I think how much that this last atonement went viral, and this being the first one, this being the first time she's actually literally apologized for being white. I think that I think she's satisfied though. I got a feeling that like they're kind of satisfied right now. I think now if something racial happens in society, like y'all alluded to earlier, like the next time if there's another George Floyd incident and the sisters get behind, or there's a incident where like a owner says something racist, gets caught on like recording saying something racist, or if there's another racial incident close to the WNBA, I think then that'll be the next time she has to do that. But I think they feel like they got her. Like they got her. I think they didn't think that. I think they were starting to doubt that they were ever going to be able to get her. I think they were doubting. Yeah. I don't think the sisters was confident. Like, yo, I think they was like panicking. Like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, she ain't submitted yet. And now that she submitted, I think they're like happy. I really think they're like, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a broad you've been trying to fuck for a long time, and you finally fuck her, and you're like, yo, and you've been thinking like, if I fuck this girl, if I ever get this girl alone,
I'm gonna fuck the shit out this bitch.
I'm gonna marry this bitch. And then you fuck her and you like, oh man. Whew. And it's like you like, oh well, damn, like I don't really like I just want, oh damn, I fucked. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy with just fucking. I don't want to be her boyfriend. And it's like, I think they're cool with it. I think they're cool. I think that satisfied them. I really do, man. From all the things I'm hearing and seeing, I think they're satisfied breaking her, man. Because she was a tough nut to crack. Because she had so much support from her fan base. Her fan base took most of the battles for her. She didn't have to fight the battles. Her fan base, and that was the thing that she lost track of. That she still didn't have. Her fan base would have fought these battles for her entire career. I think she kind of she submitted too early. She tapped out too early.
So let me ask you this: do you think some of the, because they're feeling cocky, you think the attendance are going to go low?
No, I think I thought that at first, that like, you know, her more conservative fans was going to be upset and kind of turn on her. But now that I see it, I think that, you know, they're willing to. I think if she just shuts up about this stuff, I think cool. But I think if she keeps talking woke shit, yes, she can ruin this by continuing to talk woke shit. But I think a lot of people are willing to give her a mulligan, be like, all right, bitch, you had to do this. You did it. All right. But they don't know that she's going to have to keep doing it. So I think put it like this. If there's another big racial firestorm in the country and the sisters in the WAA get behind it, of course, some reporters going to ask. So a lot of your fellow WNBA players are wearing T-shirts to honor fucking Montravius, Fontroy the second, who was shot by police in such and such place. Do you plan on joining them in the protest? And she's gonna have to say, Well, I think that she's gonna give some broad statement, try to like word salad her way out of it, and then that might get her in trouble. Yeah, and then she'll have to atone for it again. I think that's the only time she should do this. She should save her apologies for being white for times when she really has to, like almost like a timeout in the fourth quarter. Like you don't just throw it away for stupid shit. You reserve your timeouts for when you really need them. I think she got to treat those things like timeouts.
This is some sick shit, man.
I think another way she could potentially squander her whole fan base is if she started like if she starts directly insulting them. Like if she starts saying, "Yeah, all my fans are like racist and they need to chill out and stuff like that."
Yeah,
I
like
don't think.
say the BLM shit happens and fans like um say we didn't come to the game for that, or one fan, because all it would take is one fan to say something rude about it, like Jesus, they're doing this again, and then it's be like, well, do you? Then of course the reporter's going to ask her, do you agree with fans are saying that they're growing tired of the activism
You
and
agree with this one fan?
yeah, and then she got to be like, well, no, I mean, I think activism is the greatest thing that's ever happened in the history of the world. And I think the women who are doing it are the greatest people that ever did in the history of the world. And then that's not going to be enough because they're going to say, well, you didn't mention the black body that was lying on the ground and you completely
Yeah.
and so she's gonna constantly deal with this because yeah, she's opened up the can of worms, so she's gonna constantly deal with this. But I think she's gotta only do it when it's necessary.
Yeah.
Don't just do it for little shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't just like don't be jittery with it. Don't be like, oh shit, goddamn, Kamala tripped down the steps today. Oh shit, I gotta atone for being white. Like, no, like just when something big happens, apologize for being white. But with little shit, just try to ignore it. The thing that is going to be the problem is that a reporter's always going to ask her about it. She's never going to, nothing's ever going to happen racial where they're not going to ask her about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
she's
yeah,
especially like in the WNBA. Oh my god. Jesus.
yeah. Because they know that that's a story, and she's gonna be up there, and she's gonna and not answering it is a problem. So she has to answer it, and then she has to nail it perfectly, which is
Yeah.
impossible. So
As the
it's like, yeah,
as the face of the woke ass WNBA,
yeah,
she has to nail out the perk. It can't be
yeah,
any ambiguity at all.
nah, and like you said, as she becomes more firmer and more uh like direct in her statements, that is going to that be an attack on her fans. Like she's like, she like comes out and just basically says like the fan who said that they're growing tired of BLM activism in the WNBA, that fan should not be allowed in any more games. It's you know what I'm saying, or that fan is there's no place for that in this league. Anyone who's saying those things, and then you go online and it's like 1,000 people saying like, "Oh God, this league's so woke," and it's like they might even get her to police words like woke, like they say woke is racist, like
Yeah.
and they want to get her to denounce woke. She may have to come out and be like, yeah, any words that anybody doesn't like is not good, and that's not going to be enough. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
still not gonna be enough.
Anybody saying
Negotiated with
anything that
terrorists.
anybody doesn't like is a bad thing.
Jesus. God damn. It's hard not to hate niggas. It's like a full time job not to hate niggas,
Man, I'm
man.
trying to
Yeah,
tell you, man.
exactly.
I've been saying this shit to myself the last couple weeks, bro. Like, your niggas make it so easy to hate them, dog.
Yeah.
If you
Still
stay around
lying.
niggas for extended periods of time, like at some point, I would think it's something wrong with you if you like, yo, I don't like these people, yo.
Yeah.
It's just they make it so easy, in my opinion.
Yeah. No doubt. It's just horrible, man. Just dreadful. The bane of existence, man. But yeah, salute to everybody out there, man. Any final words, man?
Yeah,
Hey
man.
man, I appreciate the panel.
Salute to LRLRS, man.
Yeah, man. Salute to you. I salute to everyone that participated in the panel and in the chat. Respectfully, yeah, I know. I wish that Satan has a special sex dungeon in hell awaiting these ends when they get down there, so you can have a unconsensual Diddy style baby oil party. Respectfully, have a good night, y'all.
Hey, real quick,
Mm.
what do you think about this college football playoff?
It doesn't matter
You
because Colorado's not in it. No one cares.
oh, okay.
No one cares if
Well,
Colorado.
me and you gonna go head to head. I'm a UNC fan now. I'm Bill Belichick all day, baby.
Yeah, I think he'll add some excitement to the to college football. I think that's good. So yeah, I think that UNC and Colorado will be the two relevant teams next year. But yeah, as far as the playoffs,
Mm.
the only team that really has like a national profile right now is Colorado. There's other teams that have their fan base, like Michigan. I was in Michigan on the campus, and they got a great fan base and a great, you know what I'm saying, legion of fans. But no one, they're not going to move the needle. No one cares about it. No one knows who any of their players are. No one knows
Yeah.
the coach. No one knows. There's no storylines. They're not interesting. The only interesting team in college football as of today is Colorado, and they're not in the playoffs. So the playoffs are going to be just they're going to come and go, and nobody's going to really give a shit. Same
Wait,
black
hold on.
time. Look,
On that note, everybody bet on Georgia. Take that plus 500.
yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, no one gives a shit. Like I promise you, like the ratings will be high because those schools have a lot of alumni. But as far as anybody like get passionate, the
Yeah.
nation being passionate about it, no one
I
gives a
got
shit.
nothing. The only person I know is Archie Man, and he ain't even started.
Yeah, no one knows any of the players. The player they know is. Listen, do you understand that one of those other players in the league, their girlfriend could shoot them in the head, and it wouldn't make as much tension if Travis Hunter's girlfriend rolled her eyes. So it's you know what I'm saying. No, they're the only team that matters. Get in the comment section, man. Everybody share the video if you get a chance, man. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Bulldogs.